finally this is going to work in one piece. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, my friends, to Sin TV. I am your host, Quita, aka Malaysian Quita. And guys, today's juicy topic is one that I've been wanting to talk about, and I've talked about like people of color in gaming, but what a better way to kick off Black History Month than talking about the following, because everyone's talking about, do Black Lives Matter, that type of stuff. And I wanted to kind of put a twist on it and talk about, do Black gamers really matter? And I'm going to be sharing with you my interpersonal pardon me here, guys. My throat is dry. But my interpersonal experiences being a gamer of color. So it's going to be an interesting time, my friends, today. And I've been wanting to do this episode for quite some time. I have some interesting articles that I found online, some interesting blog posts to share with you in regards to this, as well as, guys, I got to catch you up with how Blade and Soul is even working for me in the first place. I will have, and as a disclaimer, like I say, before doing anything or any type of modifications to your computer, make sure you do full-blown research. And also know that anytime you do modify or change something, it can affect your system. So if you're not smart enough to do it, don't do it. If you are too nervous to do it, then don't do it. But let's get into some Riot talk, shall we? I got to catch you guys up on it's been interesting dealing with NC Soft's support for the game in regards to Blade and Soul. And this is what briefly happened. So it was like, it started yesterday. I decided to put in a ticket to NC Soft, and I just, I told myself, pardon me here, guys, this hair is just, here we go. It's like all in my ear. It's like the weirdest thing. Okay, there we go. Because sometimes these headsets, like, if you have hair in there, it just itches, Okay, so there we go. Being really classy, right? But yeah, so this is what ended up happening. So I contacted NC Soft yesterday, and I got like 3 different responses on how to fix this problem. It was interesting. So the first response was to send them like my specs, like what, how my computer is working and everything like that. So I sent it to them, and one thing I will give mega props to NC Soft for, guys, is they responded to me very quickly. I was very impressed. Like the same day they responded to me and told me, hey, we want to know your specs. Hey, we have a visitor in here. Hi, welcome to the stream, my friend. And well, to continue, so they said, okay, we'll send your specs. So I sent it to them, and then lo and behold, they said, you know what, maybe it could possibly be something with your antivirus. We don't recommend for you to completely uninstall your antivirus. And I'm like, I'm not completely uninstalling my antivirus. That's not a good thing to do. Or they said you may have to, to clarify, they said either you would have to try disabling or changing the settings in your antivirus, or try uninstalling it and try it again. I was just a little too iffy to do that. And then then they said, well, maybe the other way you should try it too is with Windows Firewall and trying to figure out the settings for that. But for me, I didn't want to play with my firewall or do any of that. So, I got another response, and that was today. And the other response was like, well, I'm so sorry. We're doing our best to work on it. So, you may have to wait. And I was like, what? I was like, I can't wait. This is one of the most anticipated games of 2016, and so many, if you are a Windows 10 user, you feel my pain for some reason. Like certain games in Windows 10, it doesn't work, but if you configure it correctly, guys, Windows 10 is a beautiful thing, and they're not paying me to say it. This is just coming from my own experience. Okay, now on top of that, Okay, I got another response that was very from NCSoft that was very eloquent and explained everything very really nicely. And in regards to like Windows 10 and certain things to check in the settings, but then I was like, there's gotta be something going on. So then this was yesterday. See how much research I had to do, guys? So then yesterday I was on the Blade and Soul like help forums, and there was actually a an option that showed. Let me move around here for a second here. Okay, there we go. There was actually an option that showed, well, not an option, pardon me. There was a post that explained, and they also found this solution to this. This solution, guys, only applies if you have Razer products. So if you have the Razer like Chroma keyboard, or you have this Razer RGB or Chroma headset, because what happens with most Razer products, they have this software that's called Razer Synapse. And what's really funny is that Blade and Soul is optimized for Razer products, and this is just from some of the research that I've done. Like Blade and Soul and Razer, the optimization should be like beautiful, but for some strange reason, Razer Synapse's software does not it doesn't gel well with the Blade and Soul client. So what's happening for some players is the client will load, right, and then all of a sudden it'll either crash during the installation, crash after the installation, or you will play for a little bit and then it'll crash again. So I have a link below for the solution for this. It's a very step-by-step process, but if you follow it, guys, and this is only applying to people who have Razer products, it'll work for you. And once again, if you're nervous to do it, don't do it. But if you have the experience and the knowledge to do so, as a disclaimer, give it a try. So I don't want anybody being like, oh, you messed up my computer, blah, blah, blah. Don't do something without doing the proper research. I'm just saying. But that's what worked for me. I will have a link below. It's coming from the Blade and Soul help support forum. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I am finally getting over this like irritation. Oh my gosh, it's just been it's been insane. But let's get into some Blade and Soul, because this is one of the most anticipated games. Also, later in the stream, find out what are some of the other I would say the 11 best MMOs to look forward to in 2016. Plus, we're going to talk about, do black gamers matter? Because I got to get into that. So let's not waste any time. It's a long intro today, but I just had to clarify what's going on. I'm on chapter 7. So let's catch up with what's been going on here. This is Carlasa X. This is the new server, because guys, if you are a new player to BNS, I'm telling you here, guys, or BAS, do not pick a busy server, because you will have so much lag. Common sense, but a lot of lag. So they have 2 more servers. This is like the Dunjunman, hopefully I'm saying that right, server. And it's starting to get full though, so I'm quite surprised. My character is level 7, and she is a Slayer. I love the Slayer class. It's a really good class to start out with in Blade and Soul, as well as the Blade Master class as well. But when you get into like Assassin and like Kung Fu Master, for example, it's gonna get really immaturity. Oh my gosh. Hey, we have another friend in here. I appreciate you being here. So last time in Carlasa's life on Blade and Soul, we pretty much found out that, and tons of spoilers, so if you don't like spoilers, you don't want to be here. Seriously. No. So what we found out is that the Hung Moon clan is pretty much wiped out, and it's due to the fact that these evil bad guys who always wear black, right, decided that they needed this blade from Master Hung. Master Hung ends up dying because one of the girls just, decided to take him out. And then you wake up in Bamboo Village. So in Bamboo Village, you meet the mayor. You also meet I forgot his name now, that was part of your clan a while back. But then he ended up um, helping, protect Bamboo Village. So I have my first superior weapon here. Weapons and outfits are everything in this game to help your attributes, and that is something that's so important to this game. On top of that, we also found out that Dohan, who is the son of this other guy, he's super bratty and stuff. He's got you making all these dumb decisions. So I'm to the point now where we have to talk to Yigon to see what's going on. And this is chapter 7, which is called Endless Dusk. Also, guys, another tip for Blade and Soul: many people just do the main quest. Not a good idea. You want to get through all the quests that you can, do every daily quest, side quest, because that actually, number one, helps you to gain levels faster. I mean, I would not be to level 7 if I did not do the main quest. Also, on top of that, and this is stuff, that I've been watching a lot of beginners guides to really play the game. This is another thing I want to show you guys as well. In your inventory, right, here's your superior weapon. If you click on it, you'll see this item here that says manage equipment. There are certain crafting materials that you can use, and it helps to evolve your weapon. So as you can see here, I'm pretty much 3, and that made a huge difference in how I destroyed my enemies. Now, when I was playing the game for the first time, I didn't know this, and you will get slayed if you really do not take the time to learn how to craft and manage your weapons, repairing your weapons. Save your keys. You don't want to waste your keys. Well, the keys are more for opening up chests and stuff like that. So there we go. So that's a recap there. So let's do chapter 7, Endless Dusk. So where is this fellow man here? I can't find him. Ah, here he is. Gihan, or Yihan. Hello, Yihan. This guy looks epic. He looks like Mr. T with the mohawk.
Really? You're not even from the guard. Does Captain Dochin really think one of the Bamboo Guard is a spy? I thought he trusted.
And also, the other thing I'm trying to work on too is my volume, because I notice like sometimes I either go too loud or not loud enough. So let me know. Alright, let's see what spy is going on here.
Since you're already here, I have some work for you.
I'm sure you do. In any MMO, there's always work to do, right?
The guard's supply of gunpowder. I never even saw the bandit's face.
Hilarious.
All I remember is that creep Soji. He didn't help me. He ran as soon as I was smacked over the head.
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm sure he knows.
Being smacked around the head, that's not a good time.
He said he'd tell me what happened, but only after I did him a favor.
I like that hand, like, it's hilarious.
I'm still feeling lightheaded from the attack. I'd do the favor myself, but I could pass out.
Yeah, you look pretty weak, man. He looks like he needs vitamins, like, today.
If he gives you any trouble, call me over and I'll rough him up.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Don't let
It's time for the second training session. Read the
All
letter.
right. So if you see these training sessions, I would recommend going to them, just because they help you with getting newer abilities and the ways of the destroyer here. So very, very important. Let's see what this gentleman wants.
I saw you conversing with Yigan.
He looks super dead.
Is it true that the big brute is scared of me?
You can tell he uses a lot of mascara. Oh
The
god,
deal's
it's
the same as
horrible.
before. I need a favor first. It's a public service, really.
Yeah, I like that. Still here, how brave.
I just need you to burn a few corpses for me.
Oh yeah, this is the one where you burn corpses. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try my volume a little bit higher and see if that makes a difference. If it's too loud, guys, just let me know.
This is the ultimate charity, because souls are eternal. Imagine being stuck in this nightmare of a world forever, suffering.
That would suck.
Cremation helps souls move on to the spirit.
So we get to burn bodies, guys. How cool is
Only
that?
you'll be so lucky. You've seen the poor bloody junk.
Oh my gosh, I
suffer.
can't even.
Imagine being stuck.
And guys, let me tell you, I am so happy that my internet has stabilized. You have no idea how much this homegirl is happy about that. Like, everything is stabilizing. Like, I'm so happy.
That's your task. Subdue these poor souls and cremate their bodies. Are you scared? Can you handle the touch and stench of death?
Who wants to smell death?
You seem comfortable with killing.
I don't think I do. Alright. So let's go burn some bodies. Yeah. Okay. And then to repair, you hit F and then you use your anvil there or go to town. Always repair your weapons. Very important in this game. And then... Oh, I did it wrong here. I just love gliding. Gliding is so much fun in this game. I swear. There we go. Look how beautiful that gliding is. Oh my gosh. I wish I could do this in real life. That would be so sweet. Alright, there we go. Alright. So let's go kill one of these. And you'll see how more powerful my weapon is now. See, crafting makes a difference, guys. I keep telling you this. Alright. Oh, I waited too long. Alright, so you gotta take the body. And you gotta burn it. It's like horrible. Okay, so this is the file tomb. That's not what I'm looking for. Alright, so we gotta go and burn this body. And they did say with this class in particular that you will get some lag. Like Slayer class, like any class with a lot of animation. Okay, where the heck am I even supposed to go with this body? I thought I had to go over here, apparently not. Alright, let's see here. Okay, and if you see that foot, that means you're gonna be able to walk a lot faster. Let's see here. I don't even know where I'm going. I love how I'm just carrying this dead Jiangxi, and I don't even know where I'm going. Like, I have no idea. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, so then we have to burn it. There you go. And the other thing I don't like about this game too, guys, is let me turn... Alright, let me try something here. I'm gonna turn the volume down. It seems like it's too loud. Alright, let's try this. And then see. I'll probably put it on 22 and see. Alright, let me see. Okay. Yeah, it's very loud. Okay. Let me play around with my settings here. And see, that's one thing about this game, guys, is that you have to play around with the settings here. Alright, I'll put it like 60... Maybe 60. Okay. Alright, hit apply and then hit confirm. Okay, let me take a look here. See, I like to check to... Okay, yeah, that's much better. So it was like super loud. Sorry, guys. Much better. Here's the map here. You can also click, and then I like that it's a translucent map too, which is kind of nice. So, and actually, let me see here. Wait, hold up. Alright, let me try to make this. There we go. There we go. Make it a little bit smaller. But see, it's kind of hard when half of the map is like in your face here. Alright, here's another one of these punks. Alright. Burn! Excellent. It's horrible. This is like the worst quest ever. Burn bodies. Like, what? It's messed up. And they walk so weird. They're so creepy. There we go. Alright guys, so let's talk about our juicy topic of the day. So, you know, one thing that is very important to me in regards to gaming, in the gaming community, most importantly to me, is diversity. I think that, you know, it would be boring to have a gaming community where everybody was the same and, you know, everybody looked alike. Like, that would be very, very boring. So I take it upon myself to not only educate myself about diversity in regards to gaming. And here's the thing, diversity doesn't mean to exclude white people. Because I think often when it comes to the discussion of diversity, it goes one or two ways. It's either, you know, let's exclude white people out of the conversation, or it becomes, you know, let's blame white people for everything, like all of our problems, that type of stuff. Ooh, we got a cat adornment. That's cool. That looks awesome. Alright, I think this person's on the same quest as well. But, yeah, that's one thing I noticed, is it goes one or two ways. So when I'm having this discussion today, you know, about diversity, it's not to be like, okay, let's blame white people. That's not what this is about. But when it comes to talking about diversity, I think it's important to acknowledge that every cultural group is responsible for making sure that there is awareness of the history of unfairness when it comes to certain cultural groups. There are a lot of cultural groups, you know, that have been marginalized. There are a lot of cultural groups that have been stereotyped. Like, I tell you guys, when I am on here on Twitch, you know, the number one thing that I have to deal with in regards to my chat is really racist, you know, overtones. Now, I definitely understand that comes with the territory when you decide to put yourself out there, and you do have to have tough skin, guys, if you're gonna do this. If you're gonna be on Twitch, or if you're gonna be on YouTube, you know, especially as a black person, you need to have extra skin. This is not to say that this doesn't happen to white people. It happens to everybody. Criticism can come in any form, race outside of the window. But the second thing, which kind of irritates me, is the fact that people tend to take this as like color blindness. Like, if you are a appropriate person of color, then, you know, it's something where people, you know, make an exception for you, when they don't understand that it doesn't matter where you live. You know, if you are part of a culture that gets stereotyped, depending on the person, because everything is dependent on the individual, your environment, your setting. But I would say in regards to gaming, the first thing that I deal with in chat is always racial stuff. You know, and people think it's funny, you know, but they don't understand sometimes, as a person of color, that I live this reality every day. I constantly have to defend myself not being stereotypically ghetto, you know, not being stereotypical of what people see on TV. You know, we have movies like, for example, you know, in African culture, especially like in the 80s, one of the biggest movies everyone was talking about, it's hilarious, was Eddie Murphy, James Earl Jones, Arsenio Hall in Coming to America. And when that movie came out, I swear, like people thought, oh, like some people thought, and I don't want to, marginalize, of course, that that's like how all African people are, and that's not true. I think it's very, very important to realize that every cultural group has to go through some type of unfair marginalization, and when that happens, um, it's important for the people within those cultures to feel liberated to talk about different perspectives. The problem sometimes can happen with, especially with stereotypes, is when that negative behavior is encouraged. And when that negative behavior is encouraged, that's where also the marginalization comes from as well. you know and I mean, race is something, it's a very touchy subject, because I mean, you got a lot of historical trauma, as well as you have multi levels, different generations that perceive what the issues within particular cultures are. So let me share with you just like my experience, being a person of color, or being in this case a African or African American person, dealing with what I deal with gaming wise. I sometimes wish I was a black man when it comes to gaming a little bit. This is not to say that it doesn't happen to black men. Yes, it does. But for women, it's a lot higher criticism. You're expected to be perfect at all times. You have to have makeup on. You have to look a certain way. Many times I tell guys too, the best guys out there are the ones that do support women in gaming. And there are many that do, and I really appreciate those guys. But I also think it's also cool for, I would love to see, and I see it already, white people who support gamers of color and support us. I think the more that happens, that's the less marginalization that will happen, and vice versa. I think it's just important to not stereotype and marginalize people. Because that's what happens to me. Like, people look at me, I'm a bigger, person. I have a little bit deeper resonance in my voice, and people think they have some kind of jurisdiction to define who I am. And the only person that defines who I am is, for me and what I believe, that man upstairs and myself. And anybody else who thinks that they can marginalize who I am is irrelevant to me. The only people that I value in my life are the people that encourage me to be a better person, the people who give me constructive criticism to improve, whether it's my stream or my other show, and then the people who are like, my friends, like stuff like that. But when you come on here, especially on Twitch, it's very easy to quit. It's very easy to give up. He's like, we didn't wash our hands. Yes, I did. I'm a very sanitary person. But yeah, it is very easy to give up. It is. It's very easy to, lose hope and just be done. Because you get people that just, all they do all day is just hate. Like, they have nothing better to do, so they want to take your joy. And this goes beyond being here online. It also happens in the offline world as well. So here's my advice to people of color who want to do this. Every time you come on here and people are being racist towards you, give positivity. I know there have been many times in my stream where it's like I get pissed off, right? And that's the point. But I'm human, you can only take so much, you know what I mean? So what I do is I give positivity. Like, I remember I had some people in here the last time, and they were being kind of, they want to be a little, a straightforward, and I just gave positivity. And what was really interesting was they were like, whoa, you're really taking this really well. And it's like, look, I have been called everything in the book. Like, this is nothing new for me, It's nothing new. It's just sad to me that people, some people, want to judge me on my skin complexion and not understand, as MLK would say, the content of my character. If you don't like me, that's fine. You know, I'm not forcing you to like me. You know, I'm not. The people who come on here are the people who actually care about what I do and like what I do. So that's why I do it. You know, a lot of times people are like, "Oh, you're just doing it to be popular." Anybody can be popular. You just have to act like everybody else, or you got to act like the popular people. But then when you try to be like everybody else, then you lose your sense of originality. So, as a person of color here on Twitch, and I cannot speak for everybody because everybody has a different experience, I can only speak for myself. Um, I think for me, it's just me being me. And that's all I can do. I'm not going to sit here and be something I'm not. I'm not going to try to be like other ladies, you know, streamers. Like that. For me to be something that I'm not is absurd. And guys, I want to thank you for over 100 follows. I have over 600 views, 119, you know, hearts. Thank you. I really appreciate that you value what I do. It means the world to me. So let's continue here. And if I am quiet, I'm just kind of letting this go here. Let's see.
You can use these essences on the Wheel of Fate over there. You might win something useful like a weapon.
All right.
Soul shield.
This is what I needed, that essence.
Watch out.
All right. Ooh, Viridian Poison. Oh, that looks good. Okay, that's horrible. Horrible. All right, so let's go over to this awesome wheel and try this out. Or here's someone just totally hogging it. Oh, for the life of me, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like, how many times are you going to spin this wheel? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try the other side. No, I think there are people over there, so I'll just have to be patient. I will have to be patient. Well, while she's spinning this wheel, let me click to read the message here.
Guess what? It's time for some training. I'm in some place called the Bandit Hideout. P.S. Yes, I could have had this training session outdoors in a safe area, not surrounded by murderous bandits. Consider this part of your training.
Oh, he cracks me up so bad. Alright, let me see here. Okay, so I have 3 new items in my inventory. Okay, so cat only. Okay, I got that poison. Okay, got that escape charm. Alright, let me try this. I think I can. Hello! Alright, got that Stalker Shield 3-pack. Hello! Okay, no. I could totally do that. That would be absurd for me to do that. Okay, let me see how my volume is. I'm just checking my volume, guys. Okay, it looks good. Alright, it is good. Alright. Because sometimes, too, with OBS, it can be misleading, guys. Because sometimes, and what I mean by that is, you think the volume level's high, and then you go back and you're like, whoa, you know? Alright, let's check this out. Let's tiptoe. Now, if you see these blue arrows here, you want to make sure to get that, because these are our side quests. So let's do some of these. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Let's talk to Tabasco. That sounds like Dasu, I mean Tabasco. Where the heck did I get that? What the? Oh my gosh. I can't even. Yeah. It's good that you can clear his sinuses here. His eyes look so... Ugh. Okay, so we gotta find a body. Never a good time. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Woo! Alright, so let's go defeat these, there we go. Gliding! I love gliding. It's like my favorite thing to do in this game. It's so fun. I could just spend hours gliding, but I won't. That's just absurd. That would be absurd. No, because I'm in a graveyard now. I'm gonna sound like I am Dracula or something. I am ridiculous. Okay, so let's get rid of these Grave Revenant. And these things are scary as heck, man. They're super scary. Alright, excellent. See, and then this is when they come out. Oh, these things are vicious. There we go. Yeah, these things are super vicious. Alright, got a healing tonic. What else the heck is this? Okay, Tagoshi's necklace. Alright, let's get... I love these bombs. They're so fun. You just go up to one of these things and they're like... Rah! Just like that. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, these things are super crazy. But you get a lot of experience from them though. No lie. Yep, there's one right there. There we go. Alright. Oh, missed my chance there. Alright. Those healing tonics are they come in handy. But I'm pretty strong now, so... I haven't used any. I like to save them up when I really, really need them. That's when I tend to use them. Alright, let's see here. Let's get one more here. And I always like to be one level higher than my enemy. I always try. These things are super gross. Alright. Let me get this one right here. Wow, he's jumping like he's never jumped in his life. Alright, I'll show you my cool whirlwind move. I love it. There we go. Oh, shoot. I keep picking up these bombs. It's so bad. Alright, let's see here. Alright. I like to kill this Gaktoshi multiple times just because, I mean, you can get some good stuff, or good experience, pardon me. Alright, so let's go back. Oh, okay, so I have to go there at the scouting party. What the heck am I going? Okay, let's see here. See where I'm headed. But yeah, Blade and Soul is one of my favorite games, guys. I really like these wuxia type games. Another one, like I was saying the last time I was on, I love Moonlight Blade. The game looks like amazing. So I want to try that out, as well as oh my gosh, what's going on here? Jeez. Alright. There's another side quest here, so I'll pick that up on my way. These old guys, I've been going to them a lot today. Alright. Oh, interesting. Alright. Okay, so I have to talk to Mr. Creepy Christopher Walken guy. Ugh, I hate being sick, guys. I swear. It's just like I'm getting over this like last hurdle of sickness here. But I am working out today. Today is the start of my fitness plan. I've been kind of slacking, so I gotta get back into it. I appreciate all the compliments everybody's been saying. Oh, have you been losing weight? And I'm like, yes. I'm so excited for that, though. All right, let's check this out here. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so... Alright, so I have to talk to you, Chip Young. Okay, so now we gotta go to the scouting party place. So let's go do that. Get that good. There we go. That's a good glide. Look at that. That is a good glide. I am impressed with this glide. There we go. Boom. Alrighty. Alright, so we'll be getting to our other story too. Once I get to the scouting party. I want to start one of the main missions here in the game. And I mean, look, I'm already to chapter 8. But yeah, it's interesting though. I've had to see the beginning of this game, guys. I'm not even kidding you, like 3 times. You know why? Because I didn't know you can't switch servers. So once you make a character, guys, Once you, I wish I made Blade and Soul. I would be like having some good coin right now. But once you create a character, it stays in that server. So if you want to play with your friends and stuff like that, you gotta be in the same server. Now, from the research that I've done, hopefully in the future they may change that. But from what I've heard in like the Korean version too, they have that set in place. So, which is not a bad thing, but you know, American people, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. But American players are used to being in like different servers and playing with their friends and stuff. Let's check out this little Taylor Swift whore. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. JK. Her hair is nice though. And you can go to the cash shop and get different outfits and stuff, but most of these outfits I would get them in game. I'm not one of those people really to do that. It's just not worth it, but that's just me though. Alright, pilfered goods. Alright, so we got 2 for 2 here. Let's talk to Mr. Yip Young. See what he's up to. Ha ha ha. Yeah, but yeah, guys, it's just been crazy. It's like I've been sick. My internet, have you noticed? No interruptions. But then this is what I found out though. The drama known as my internet service provider. The light for the online is busted. It just keeps flickering and it's not supposed to do that. Oh my gosh, it's just one thing after the next. It's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. I like that my retirement fund is coming early. We'll see about that, man. Alright. Let's talk to Mr. Pago. Oh. I wouldn't want anybody's corpse to come back to life. That'd be horrible. That's really sad. Oh. Yay! Level 8! The journey to level 50. No, that's horrible. Okay, so you have to do these surveys, guys. They're really important. So here's a survey here, and this is what you do here. So it'll ask you how you feel about the game, and then you get these rewards. You want keys. Keys are important. It unlocks treasure chests. The more keys you have, that's the better off you're gonna be here. So let's confirm this. So how did I hear about Blade and Soul? through MMOs.com. I love those guys. They're so nice, man. I love the guy and ladies from MMOs. Really, really nice. They're super, super nice. So I'll put an exclamation point for flavor. Okay, how long have you known about Blade and Soul? A few months actually, because everybody and their mom, every Reddit had been talking about it too. The Blade and Soul Reddit stuff was buzzing. Alright, let's see here. What kind of MMORPG player am I? I would say I'm an initiate, because it's like I know some, but I'm still learning. Like, guys, oh my gosh, Diablo 3 Season 5 has been amazing, but dang, that game is very, very, very hard. It's no joke. It's probably one of the hardest games that I have played. In regards to customizations and stuff, there's so much customized. It's just so insane. People want to say Blade and Soul is hard. I beg to differ. Really, really beg to differ here. So I would say I'm an initiate. Am I more of a solo player or a party player? See, here's the thing. I like both, just because there are some times where it's like I just want to play on my own to learn and get better. Because for some reason, it just depends on the gaming community you're in. Some people get really anal retentive. Like when you're playing in a party, there's like, you gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta raid, we gotta, you know, do our riffs like in Diablo, we gotta do this and this, and people get really anal retentive depending on who you're playing with. So I tend to like a little bit of both. There's sometimes where it's like, you know what, I just want to hear some communication and playing and have fun, you know, with my friends. But then there are other times where I'm like, no, I want to learn on my own, build, you know, do leveling, because you will do a lot of leveling in this game, guys, like seriously. Alright, do I enjoy PvE or PvP? That's a good question. It is. And I have to say, I like PvE. I have always been a PvE person. I hate PvP because of how retentive people get, and they just take it way too seriously sometimes. So I love PvE. I love just doing quest after quest after quest. Hey! Cyborg 2737. Oh! That sucks. I am so sorry, Sai. That really, really sucks. That's a bummer. Well, I hope things get better for you. School is important, guys. Let me tell you, school is very important. But that's just very unfortunate when, you know, school becomes a place where people just want to, you know, make your life miserable. I can relate to that, because I swear, I've been teased from middle school all the way to college. Let me tell you guys, bullying doesn't stop in high school. It doesn't stop. It goes all the way till you're an adult and all the way till you get old, you know. Yeah, it happens. Huh. That's a crazy situation. Wow. Yeah, instructors, you know, faculty can be strict though. That's crazy, but I hope that situation gets better for you. I appreciate you sharing that on today's show. That really means a lot. So I would say I am a PvE player, guys. Alright, yay! So I got some new swag. Okay. Oh, I have another survey to do. Ooh, okay, I gotta do this one, guys. Alright. You can guess along with me to see what I'm gonna pick here. Okay, so how easy were the controls and cameras to use? Somewhat difficult, because depending on your DPI settings in your mouse, like if you have it set up high, like you're playing like, you know, a MOBA, and then you're switching to more like paced a little bit like Blade and Soul is, you're all over the place. I really wish you could control the camera with like the directionals and just keep it there. Excuse me, I haven't played around with the settings yet for Blade and Soul, for the camera settings, so I'll have to check that out. So I would say it was somewhat difficult. How do you prefer your camera control to be set up while playing Blade and Soul? See, these are the different modes here. You have the classic Blade and Soul mode. Oh, okay, you can use the A and D keys. I didn't know that. I was unaware. Completely. Alright! Yay! I got some new crap! I love getting new crap. It's just, it brings joy to me. Alright. Man, I got like 6 of these? Alright. Okay. Homegirl is going to go spin some. I gotta. Oh, what do I want to do? Okay, I think I'm going to save those for later and just spin them out later. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's go fight these enemies here. We got to fight them. Let's take them out. We got to take these Death Adder Raiders out. Alright, let's... I'm like all concentrated like, yeah! But okay. So let's take them out. Huh. Or people are already taking them out. See, that's the thing I don't like about popular games sometimes. You can't really enjoy it because everybody is straight up like taking everybody out. Like, it's super annoying, man. There we go. There we go. This is my favorite move right here. Look at me finish that business right there. So I got 10 of these dudes to kill here. But guys, okay, well, I should tell you the story, cause you know me, I always say I got stories to tell here. So I'll tell you the story of how I got into Blade and Soul. So what ended up happening was I was checking MMOs.com, but then at the same time, like, everybody and their mom was talking about this game. I'm like, Blade and Soul, what is that? And you know, for me, Blade, like, I'm always a huge fan. I love wuxia. You know, wuxia is this very classic fairy tale type style that you find in Chinese games. And but what's really interesting about this one though is that it's Korean made, but it still has that wuxia you know, appeal to it. So I think that's really interesting. Hey, Digital Silence! Yeah, you've been working. Nothing wrong with that. You gotta make that money, bro. Like, seriously. There is nothing wrong making money, guys. I encourage you to get a job and make some money. It has been a while. How you doing, man? I haven't seen Digital Silence in forever. And guys, like I was mentioning earlier too, I am going to be streaming sometimes during this time and then other times during the day as well, so that I, you know, get both audiences here, because a lot of times people complain like, you don't stream at night, and then other people are like, you don't stream in the day, and I'm like, okay. All right, okay, I will split myself up as I like spit, which is so cute. I will split, you know, my time and play in the day and play at night, because I know some people, and then some people also want me to play at like 4 in the morning, and I'm like, heck no. I gotta start having a regular sleeping schedule, because I have school coming up like next month, and like, no way, Holmes. I gotta get it together. Hey, Pacto. Very funny question. Really cracked me up. I'm not even answering that, because that is comedy to the max right there. I love when people like you come in here and say funny stuff like that. It's hilarious. Oh, okay. That's good, you got some more RAM. I mean, for me, I'm running on 8 right now, and that's been doing pretty good for me. Most games are gonna, you know, have 8. But then there are people who have to be super elitist, right? And then they get like 16 just to max it out. See Digital Silence right there. He's adding to the humor right there. There's a lot of colorfulness that is happening in chat today, which is always normal with me. I just think people assume, oh, she's a black lady. I don't think she cares. Like, I think that's what happens. Okay, what the heck am I doing? Alright, let me repair my weapon here. Like, yeah! Just do that. Oh, man. You guys are so crazy in here. It's so funny. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. Yay, we got 2 friends in here. I appreciate you being here. Ooh, there are bears around. Lots of bears. I like how they walk too, like they're half constipated. And look at this guy. Let's go see some of the action here of Vivi Fernandez. What? She totally owned it. Totally owned it. My gosh. I look like a rookie up in here. Oh my gosh. But yeah, guys, I tell you, having a 50x5 internet connection, hashtag mega blessing. You guys have no idea how pumped I am to have this doggone connection. No, this is not a new graphics card that I'm running. This is the same graphics card that I've had since I started. This graphics card is like 3 years old, man. It's the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 280. It's insane. Like, I'm surprised how good this game looks. I think the problem really was with why, like, if you look at some of my older episodes, why they look like pieces of crap is because I didn't learn how to optimize my graphics card, and I also didn't know how to optimize my settings too in Windows 8.1. But there have been great improvements, guys, to Windows 10. I know for sure this game, I'm not sure this game supports DirectX, heck yeah, DirectX 12. I'm not too sure because this game is like a couple years old. But yeah, it actually looks really good. I am so sorry, guys. Like, my throat is on fire. Like, oh. Just like that bomb is on fire. Heck yeah. But yeah, the game actually looks really good. Then what I also did too was I optimized my settings too with the NVIDIA card. So if you do it right, guys, heck yeah. Look at that. I took those fools out. Check it. So, yeah, it looks really good. Like, I'm very impressed with how things look like now. But, guys, just wait. I have been thirsting for the AMD Radeon R9, the 390 card. Yeah, buddy. When I get that, I'm going to be getting, like, 60 FPS plus 1080p up in here. Right now, I'm rocking 720, which I'm kind of surprised for 720. Yeah. Oh, I get thirsty when it comes to graphics cards. Like, my computer is my boyfriend. Like I tell people that, you know, if a real man's not gonna step up, I'm gonna fix my computer, and he'll treat me right, and then I can turn him off anytime I want. So it's kind of nice. Oh gosh, I'm so ridiculous. Yeah, and then the keyboard I'm using too. You guys know I'm a huge fan of TTE Sports. They make PC gaming so affordable, man. Peripheral Rise. Another company, because remember, I'm not a fan of Logitech, but I will give them a second chance though. What you guys missed earlier too was I was talking about the solution if you are a Razer user. So I know I said it earlier, but since people are in here, yeah, my computer is amazing in bed. This is why I have not had to hit anything in quite some time. So, you know, I'm kidding. No. Oh my gosh, I am ridiculous. But no, it's hilarious though, because what happened was this game, guys, would not load, period, for me. I installed this game probably 6 or 7 times, and for some reason it would crash, and I didn't know why. So I contacted NCSoft. This is what I was talking about earlier, and they gave me like 3 different responses, which was very interesting. But they were very helpful though. You know, I don't want to be that dick and be like, oh, NCSoft didn't do anything for me. No, they were very, very helpful. They were really, really nice, and they really, felt bad because they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, it's not working for you." But if you are a Windows 10 user, guys, and you are using Razer products, there is a lovely program that is called Razer Synapse. And for some reason, Razer Synapse gets kind of funky. So you guys can see the close-up here. Look at that. Look at that face. The death in his eyes. Ooh, gets me going. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. No, so what ended up happening though is oh shoot. Are you serious? I can't believe I was dying like that. That's insane. But where was I? Aha, huzzah. So what ended up happening though was Razer Synapse conflicts with the client for Blade and Soul. And what was happening is as soon as it would load, and then an error message would come up saying, well, you know what? Sorry. But we can send a diagnostic to NCSoft. And I'm like, I don't think that's going to fix the problem at all. And what ended up happening for me is I found, and I will have the link below this video. You can check out this and the rest of my crazy streams here at youtube.com/user SINTV now. And I found this one person who posted, oh, this is how to fix the issue. It's quite a lengthy process. It really is. But once I did that, it fixed it. And I was very, very happy getting my drink on because I'm a thirsty. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's go back to this sexy bandit hideout and see who the heck am I supposed to talk to here. Like, it says I'm supposed to do something here. Alright, let's check out this scout here. No help for you, cause you gon' die. But the combat in this game is ridiculous. Seriously. I don't reveal secrets about myself. I mean, to be real, look at this. Oh, this biatch. This girl. I just can't get nothing. She had to come in front of me like, I'm gonna take whatever. No, I don't have secrets because I put everything out there. So, about who I am. I mean, there's gonna be certain things, of course, that I don't, share. I just have a very interesting sense of humor, and then most of the stuff that I don't share is not anybody's business. Like, that's the problem. Sometimes I tell people with social media is, people want to put their whole lives out there, everything. Like from, I took a poop this morning to, I ate rice with my friends. It's like, you don't have to put every single aspect of your life out there, and when you do and people start judging you, I mean, I have no sympathy for you, So, I mean, for me, I know who I am. I say who I am. I don't really, people know who I am here, so I don't have no secrets. So, I just have a weird sense of humor. That's just usually how it goes for me. Okay, let's see here. Alright, finally finished this stupid one. I was like, what the heck? It's ridiculous. Alright. Is he coming around? Okay, you want some of this? Alright. There we go. Get going on that. He's got some good defense though, not gonna lie. There we go. Excellent. Sweet. Getting those levels. Hiya. Okay, so I'm supposed to do something over here. Let me take some of my tonic here, because I have a feeling something's about to go down. Because isn't that what always happens in Blade and Soul? There's always something going down. Yeah, that's true. But everybody puts, like, it's like for me, like that's the thing that always makes me laugh though, is like people just always want to talk about everything. Like everything. I mean, I share parts of my life, yeah, but you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh look, I woke up today and one of my boobs is lopsided. My life is horrible. There could be worse things happening to you than your boob being lopsided. For crying out loud, it's re-doggone ridiculous. Alright, let me get, because I'm about to get murdered here. Come on. Okay. Whew. I'm surprised I didn't get murdered here. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. Yes! Yes, yes! Alright. Okay, so I'll just go through this dungeon. I wasn't even supposed to go through here. I was not even supposed to be here. But I just randomly walked in here like a fool. People are stupid, Digital. That's all I have to say about that. People are stupid. This is why I just keep to myself, because 90% of the time people are gonna do something unintelligent and stupid, and I just don't have time. I'd rather play games. Like seriously, when I go to, like, honestly, when I go to work, right, and I'm dealing with all the D-bags I have to deal with, all I think about is I'm like, you know what? I get to come home and play some games. That's what motivates me, really, is the fact that I get to enjoy these games. And that's why I work the job that I do with people who, some of them are just downright disrespectful. Look at this mess right here. Downright disrespectful, rude, right?
A bonfire or dragon's fire.
Oh, pardon me, I did the wrong thing here. Okay, let me sit my butt down here and eat a dumpling, like. And it's a big dumpling, guys. This is not like a small one. You know, this is like a Subway-sized dumpling, you know, and it's ridiculous. Alright, girl. Alright, let's do this here. Okay, open chest. Ooh, empty pouch. That's a good thing. Alright. And one thing in this game, you just want to take the enemies one piece at a time, if you can, because the worst thing you can do is get yourself in a position where you got like 10 people on your behind, and that's when you're really screwed, you know? Yeah, I mean, my motivation, honestly, is stupid people that make me look smart. That's my motivation, really, to be honest with you. I love stupid people. Like people who don't want to improve themselves, nothing. Then thank you. You're helping me to look good, you know? Now people may say that's shallow, but like to me, I love stupid people because, or I like people who think they're smart and they're stupid. I love that. It makes me laugh. You know? If there's someone willing to be dumb and then it makes me look good, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. I know people are going to be like, oh, that's such a horrible mindset. But look, I've spent half of my life being told I was stupid. You know? So now it's my turn to let people be stupid. I just let them be stupid. Let them learn from their mistake for, you know. Ah, shoot. Whew. I'm gonna get you, fool. That's what's up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got some more goods. Alright. I'm just gonna finish this off, because that's what real women do. We finish the battle. Yeah, but yeah, I that's the main reason why, you know, I go to work too. I mean, I enjoy educating people, but then when people when people come at me like I don't know anything, then that's when I love putting them in their place, and it feels really good to do that. Trust and believe me. You like when you're taught, like when you've been treated like you've been stupid your whole life, right? Or people looking down at you, and then when you have an opportunity to be on top, it feels good. Take full advantage of that, my friends. Please do. Because you will feel so good. Like, you really will. You know? And it does, like I said, it doesn't stop in college. Like, I thought, you know, people in college would be mature, right? And that they would step up and, you know, be smart or, you know, learn something. No, there's some people who go to college, for example, or for me in grad school, there's some people who go to grad school just so that, you know, they have a degree. And I'm like, you're so dumb. Like, that is so, ugh. It's so dumb. It's hilarious, though. It makes me laugh. Alright, let me get this fool right here. There we go. Oh, this battle is done, son. Ha ha ha. Yes. Ah, yeah. That felt good. That felt really good. It really did. Okay. Is there anything here? No. Alright, so let's go to that secret dungeon so we can learn from our fellow comrade. Alright. Come on, let's go. Secret training room. Nothing really secret about it if you know where it is, right? Oh my gosh, I need cough drops. I'll probably get some later though.
Welcome to the torture. I mean,
Brother
training room.
Jandu. Ja-Jun. Yeah, I love him. He's so funny.
Here's how this is gonna work, Cricket.
All right.
I've set up 5 training rooms. As you increase in skill,
Sweet.
I'll summon you to one of them and laugh as you mess everything up.
Of course, I'll
So
mess
do
it
some
up.
Training too.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, most of the people in college act like they're 5. It's like very few times you will meet people that actually have a sense of maturity. And don't get me wrong, I'm a very, you know, bubbly, girly kind of person too, but like I still know that I'm an adult. You know, like I have to think maturely too in certain situations. Like it's so important to have that mindset too, you know? And pardon me guys, I'm just a gross mess today. I had some pepper soup today, so it's like to kind of get the excess phlegm out of my throat, you know? Alright, understood. Alright, let's see what we gotta do here.
This is the ideal place to use your focus.
Okay.
And for your first lesson, check over in those bushes. I heard a
All
sound
right.
over there.
What's over here? Investigate bush. Whoa. What the heck? Suspicious grave robber. Very suspicious indeed. Okay, so let's do 2Z kick combo. There we go. Okay. Okay, so number 2. Let's see. Okay, so number 2. Huh. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. So, 2. There we go. Come on. Nope. Come on. Yeah, I kick hard because you're an idiot. That's why.
Nice job.
Yeah, pretty much. That combo is very helpful though, I won't lie. It is.
You adapted well to a sudden threat. That's the power of Ram. Got it?
Yeah, I figured.
Now let's practice how to use Ram on knockdown enemies to keep them down even longer.
Alright, let's see.
In cases where your opponent is knocked down too far away from you, use Ram to close the gap and keep them down longer. That way they won't have a chance to get up.
That's awesome.
Let's do this. Practice your kick, Ram, judgment combo.
So many
And
dang
remember,
combos.
Keep your opponent down longer after a knockdown by using Ram.
Alright, let's see this. Okay. Okay, so we gotta... Okay, so we gotta use Z and... Come on! Alright, come on. Alright. Ah!
And remember, keep your opponent down longer after a
Okay.
knockdown by using Ram.
See, this is not an easy combo, guys. Okay, so 2 and down.
Keep your opponent down longer after a knockdown by using Ram.
Okay, so we use the body kick. See, this takes a while to load here, like kind of ridiculous. Oh, okay, I was totally doing this wrong. Okay, so you have to do Z. And then you have to do 2. Okay. Okay, so you want to use Z, 2, and that. Okay, so Z. Huh, let me see. This is not working for me today. Okay, so you want to use Z for the knockdown. Okay, so let's use Z. And see, the cooldown time in this game is ridiculous sometimes. Okay. So... let me see. I don't think I was close enough,
And
probably.
remember, keep your opponent down longer after a knockdown by using Ram.
Let's see here. Alright, let's try this again, because this is kind of hard for me here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so what we're trying to do here, guys, is we have to knock down... Oh, there we go. There we go.
Keep your opponent down longer.
Okay, so I got it. Hey! Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Just J to J. Check them out, guys. If you like League and like all of that, they're playing Blade and Soul, which is awesome too. So much appreciate. Yeah, but thank you so much. Justin and Jackie are fantastic. Like, they are wonderful people. Ah, come on. It's ridiculous. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so you want to keep a distance and let him come up to you. Then you can knock him down with that combo. Okay. Alright, let me come back here. There we go. That was a pain. And we got another friend in here. Appreciate you being here. You just watched me take forever to do this. Oh my gosh. That was a crazy combo there.
Wait, you don't know what a joint attack is? It's an attack you perform with allies to take on tougher opponents you might not be able to. Joint attacks can break enemy defenses and do massive damage. A warrior like yourself will be able to perceive the yellow, red, or green after. Following so far? Let's try using a joint attack when that... Good. You learn quickly. Ready? Let's try. When I use Heat Wave, knock him down using kick.
Okay, so we have to do the Z, which is the knockdown, plus... Okay, so let me get a... Okay, so what we're supposed to do here is use Z plus right click. But for some reason, this combo is not happening. So let's try it again. Oh, okay, so when he uses the heat wave... There we go. There we go. So that's useful when you have tougher enemies and you want to have a better combo. But man, does that take a lot out of your hand.
In fact, joint attacks will be essential for tougher enemies. Combine attacks with other warriors to... Aw, come on, Cricket. I can't babysit you all the time. Get out. Well, that's it for now. All that fighting... Oh, Bamboo Village is around here.
He loves food, though. It's hilarious. All right.
Read the letter.
So we're doing pretty good on our skills too. And that's a little bit later.
Don't let the name Stronghold fool you. Getting here should be easy. No problem. Smooth sailing. Trust me.
All right. So we finished that business. And then if you want to go to the back or the beginning of the entrance of the dungeon, then you just use that portal. Alright, so we have finished the first hour, guys, of me playing Blade and Soul. I am your Curvilicious streamer here, Quita, aka Balasian Quita, guys, and I appreciate you being here. You guys have been holding me down on Twitter, of course, which is at SINTV now, and if you want to see this and the rest of my crazy shenanigans, youtube.com/user/SINTV now. So let's get into this first article here while I give my hand a break. This is coming from Gamers Decide, one of my favorite websites. It's so interesting what PC gamers think in regards to how they feel about certain games. These are the 11 best MMOs to play this year, 2016. So at number 11, we have Lost Ark Online. Guys, I want to get my doggone hands on this. So according to Gamers Decide here, it says the game is set to be summer or fall of 2016 for Korea, but not until 2017 for Western markets. So they said like mid 2017. I mean, guys, this is like 3D Diablo style. I mean, it goes beyond Diablo. I mean, this game is absolutely amazing from the video play that I've seen so far. It is so realistic, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this. Another game very popular in Korea too. It has a a pretty strong fan base here overseas too. Is Lineage Internal Twilight Resistance. So coming this year, it's going to be a new release. The game will feature large-scale battles with siege warfare. So another interesting mechanic too is the player can draw a shape with their mouse, and the character will do the attack with the hand, with how the mouse draws out the attack. So that is definitely amazing. Coming in at number 9 is Blessed Online. Blessed Online looks amazing, guys. It's this grandiose, epic, just story-driven fantasy world, and players will join a faction based on their race and class choices in order to, of course, continue the battle. So this game is known for pushing the envelope because of the art style just being absolutely stunning. And also what's kind of interesting too is that the game has spent last year in beta in China, Taiwan, and Korea, and this is just a prediction, 2016 for these countries to have that release. So no release yet for Western dates. And we'll continue the countdown here, guys, but let's get back into what I was talking about in regards to being a black person, and do black gamers really matter? And I think that's okay. Thanks so much, Digital, for coming in. I appreciate it. It means a lot, my friend. So this is coming from Polygon, and this is an interesting post. It says, a life spent gaming while black. It's difficult to look at the world through someone else's eyes, and even more difficult to grasp their basic morals and ideas. But ideas come from experiences of which we only know our own. I'm here to present you with a lens through which I have viewed my life, a memoir on gaming while black. It brought a lot of memories. I remember years of video games without struggle. I can't even read today, right, guys? Let's start over. It's brought me a lot of memories. I remember the years of video games without a single character of my skin tone. I remember loving light-skinned and slendered bodies. I remember thinking, if I could only wake up one day and be Japanese, or at least white would be good enough. I didn't know better. All of my favorite heroes were white or Japanese. So, for example, Hero, Dexter, Mega Man. But then, of course, there was Barrett in Final Fantasy VII, which that was epic for me to see, a man of color in a Japanese game. I was really surprised. And then in Suikoden, too, there are people of color in there as well. All the black people I saw were big-lipped when they died first. They were a part of jokes about rap, or they were the bad guys. I thought that being white meant a calm and peaceful life where I eventually get whisked away to adventure, and being black meant that I would somehow, between now and a couple years from now, become a football player with no personal input, effort, or say in my own life. I was young, impressionable, and I learned from the media in front of me. So he goes on, he talks about, Barrett in Final Fantasy VII, and how that really was just the most awesome character, and he thought that was really, really refreshing. And then he also goes on and talks about, first person shooters as well, and that was it. It was really interesting, though, because he says, there was a time I decided that the FPS community wasn't for me. Someone with a rather deep voice was in the game, so one of the imprudent microphone owners that plagued the genre said that he sounded like an N-word, and decided to take the high road on that joke by continuing it for the entire game. I was always fascinated with mic chat and the fact that people could connect in a video game, and that was the first time I was ever silent an entire game. Okay, so this is what I thought that was really, kind of interesting, is, That's interesting. Like he was talking about like Terra and how in Terra, just like in Blade and Soul, they've introduced darker skin tones. But here's the thing. Sometimes those skin tones can be a little bit extreme though. Because it's either you're like this is like my skin complexion, which I was really surprised. Or you can't really make a lot of curves. Like as you can see, my character has a little curvage going, but it's not like too much curve. So it's still, as a person that is plus size, it's still kind of frustrating that I don't see characters that look like me, and the ones that do look like buffoonery. Like they look really extreme, or they have like a monkey, crazy, ugly looking face, or they're super fat and like dumb too. So I would really like to see, just a little more, just a little bit more change, in regards to that. That would be really refreshing, to just to just to be able to just to be able to see that, and this is something that I thought it really hit with me, and this is towards the end of this post. I remember all this, and I remember all this, and as I look back, I realized I struggled so long looking for impossibilities, wanting to be in a different body so that I could know what it's like to relate to the things I love. But after years, it's finally time to accept I'm different. I'm different than Mega Man and Dexter and all of my role models, and that's okay. I'm literally physically different insofar as my skin color, and I happen to have a struggle with it. I want the occasional earnestly colorblind conversation, but and this is coming from the other part too here, but I also know that between two random people, I'll show up better in a snowstorm. That was hilarious. We are different. We all live our lives looking through prescription lenses, our bodies and experiences, races, and genders. Neither ignoring those perceptions or clinging to them is what made me okay with the ones I dealt. But after 21 years, I finally have come to accept for what they are, a part of me only. And this article was done by LaShawn Payne. So I thought that this was a very, very, very interesting perspective, because many times when it comes to African or African American gamers, the only thing that people seem to use for us sometimes is stereotypes. It's the ghetto, hip hop characters. It's the bad guys too, which I agree with. The villains, like those type of characters. Like, when are we going to get? And there are, like, I liked Barrett and everything, but he was still angry though in Final Fantasy. When are we gonna get some more normalized characters? Like, when are we gonna get plus size characters that don't look like buffoonery or don't look like monkeys or something like that? And when I mean monkeys, they have this exaggerated kind of monkey looking face. It's just, to me, what message that gives is that, if you're a person of color, or if you are plus size, or heck, when are we gonna get characters with, different types of let's say different disabilities, and the disability is not being mocked of? Or when are we going to get, like, finally they had a trans character in the latest Assassin's Creed, which I mentioned, but it's still very frustrating that the only characters that I can look up to that are people who look like me are very exaggerated. I mean, the only one I can think of is, I love Storm. Huge fan of X-Men, and Storm, coming from Africa, and I could relate to that, being, an African person myself, that was just so refreshing to see that, but I would just love to see someone who looks like me. Would be kind of cool, not saying they have to be exact, because see, here's the conflict is, can you, because I went back and forth with someone about this on Twitter a while back, and it was interesting because they're saying, like, is it right to control somebody's art form? Art is the interpretation of the individual that's creating it. But at the same time, if we have this stereotypical repetitiveness, then it doesn't open up interpretations for alternative viewpoints and alternative stories. And that's where I get frustrated. If you want to make a story about a culture that's all white people, that's fine, if that's what the story requires. But at the same time, if you want to make a story that has, interracial couple or something like that, it's just good to have that balance. It's kind of good to show that versatility in the gaming community, because people of color are a part of this community, just like everybody else. And I should not have to feel like an outsider. Like, I should not have to create my own organization for people of color who are gamers in order for us to be a part of this community. But the sad fact and truth is that sometimes that's the only way for our voices to be heard, is to create communities that are large enough, or to have a awareness of different voices that's loud enough for us to finally be acknowledged for that. Now, once again, when we have a conversation about diversity, I don't know what it is. People, hey, Flexi, how you doing? Thank you. I appreciate you coming back. Flex was here. iFlexi, pardon me. I was here yesterday, and was really nice. I was so pissed though, because we had some good people in here yesterday, and my game crashed. And now the blessing is it works fine. I appreciate you, iFlexi, for coming. That really means a lot. But yeah, guys, it was insane. Like to me. Just having to feel that way. Like, I always felt jealous of my white gamer friends, because they had so many role models that they could look up to. It's just like with black cosplayers, for example. Like, you will not believe how, what negative comments that, black cosplayers get. It's insane. Oh, you don't look like the character, or you're black, your skin tone, you're an N-word, you don't, you shouldn't be dressed that way. And then it's not even from other cultural groups too. Sometimes it also comes from our own people. And that's where I struggle sometimes, is when I have, black men say to me that I'm ugly, or say to me that I'm not adequate, which I know that's trolling to the max, but yeah, it hurts sometimes, but then at the same time, it's like I this is where I struggle, because I'm gonna be real with you guys, because that's how we do it here at Sin TV. Where I struggle sometimes is, when will I ever feel accepted by my own people? Because I've always felt like I'm an outsider, especially if you're a geek too. Geeks of color, regardless of race, you guys relate to that, or any geek can relate to that. Feeling like you don't belong because you have weird interests. But to kind of tie it into the topic of today, being a black gamer or African American gamer, that's how I feel sometimes. I have my own people saying oh, this is so weird. Why would you play Blade and Soul? Why are you playing PC? Because I have a post coming up that I found too, in regards to there was a research study done that showed that black gamers tend to play on console than any other platform, which I thought was interesting. But there is sometimes a little stigma. I mean, it's changed now, but maybe a couple years back, there was that kind of stigma with PC gaming. They thought it was weird, why would you, you have a console, but there's so many benefits, guys, to PC gaming. And I know this is going to make me elitist, right? But I mean, the thing I like is the free to play games, with console, it's I have to, let's say with PS4, I love, me, Sony fangirl. I have to buy a $59.99 game, so 2 games are $120. Then you're not even including the console that ranges between $350. If you want a special edition, I've seen those bad boys for 500 and up. I mean, it just depends on how rare it is. And then you're also dealing with with getting the controllers, and if you want another one, that's like another 50. So it adds up. Whereas, yeah, with PC gaming can get expensive too if you continue changing out your graphics cards. That's why it's always important, guys. Do your research and find what works for you. I know for me, this graphics card, I'm going to be switching it out soon. I've had this one for 3 years. That's a very long time. But if it still works and does what I need it to do, I'll still use it, But kind of tying it back in, yeah, guys, it's hard, though, when your own people make fun of you, though. It really hurts. Because you would think that it's your own people that should have your back, right? Like, supporting you and encouraging you. But there's many times, like, I see people like me, and they're a gamer too, and it's like they want to be that token black gamer, and that's so stupid. Like, there's unlimited space for everybody in the gaming community, regardless of race, and black gamers, we should, even if you have different beliefs, or you don't agree with stuff, just because we are people of color, we should be getting together and working together. There shouldn't be any drama or separation and stuff like that. But this is the reason why I just keep to myself, and I surround myself with people who like me and who accept me for who I am. Like, I don't try to even have friends anymore, because I just feel sometimes that, like, they're gonna betray me, because I'm so used to my own people, when I try to make friends with them, hurt my feelings or tell me something to try to bring me down, so I tend to, there are very few people that I would consider deep friends. I consider them like my family, and that's the way to go, guys. You don't need to have a huge entourage. Like, you really don't. There's no need to have so many people in your life. It's just not worth it, Alright, so, this queen, I swear, she is something else. Oh, thank you so much. Yay! Level 9. See what I mean, guys? You do these little side quests, it helps a homegirl out, let me tell ya, okay? Alright, so let's get back to the main story here. Pirates and Thieves, Chapter 8. Look at that hair! And that's why I love Blade and Soul. Very diverse game. I love that you see people of all different skin tones, and it's just more realistic to me. I love this game. It's so good.
Oh, you look like a tourist. Sorry. What did Yi Gan say?
I wonder what he said.
If it's the Dusk Adders, then Su Quan must be involved. If we act fast, we can.
I like this. How could those adders get away with this? That is absurd.
Chance to get those adders. I'm not a very good fighter, though. I'm no Yi Gan.
All right.
I doubt they would suspect you. I'll create a diversion, and you'll sneak into the bandit hideout.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's get that gunpowder back.
Yeah, we're gonna get that gunpowder back. Those pricks, how dare they take our gunpowder? Thou must slay to get gunpowder. What is going on here? Okay. I was like, is my game glitching? Like, I was worried. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we're gonna go to that bandit hideout. No, let's continue with the main story. I've been doing so much, like, side quest stuff, like, there's no need. There we go. Okay. And I'm still learning more about this game, guys, so... Oh, oh yeah, here we go. Alright, time to go back. I think this is the same dungeon that I did before, so we're doing it again. We're doing it again. Look at this outfit. Oh my gosh. It's too much. Oh, no, I'm kidding. This is expected for an Asian game. I'm not even lying. Like, sex appeal is everywhere in these games. Like, I swear. That is insane. The life of me here. Alright, let's go to this abandoned hideout. And, we're taking these fools out. Alright. So I had a good time with this. I took them out, no problem. Woo! That move was epic. There we go. Alright, let's go on this side first. No, I don't think we've touched this area. Yeah, this is a new area. There we go. There we go. See, that's what I'm saying. These moves are very vital. Alright, let's do 2-on-2 here. There we go. Yeah, see, I took him out. Oh, I didn't see him. Oh, boy. Oh, my. Oh, indubitably. Okay, that's so... Got my little, like, Victorian petticoat on. Oh, good day, sir. Ah! Just like that. I love those Victorian shows, though. I like that kind of Edwardian style, too, is pretty cool. I haven't seen Downton Abbey. I heard that is amazing. Downton Abbey is, like, epic. There we go. Taking care of business. See, and you gotta stun them first and get them down. And you can grab them picking up with F, but by the time I'm done slaying, it's game over. Alright, let's go over here first. I like that. It's the enemy. It's like, well, no, duh. Of course it's the enemy. Okay. These only become active when your fellow enemy is nearby. So do not expect this to be... There we go. You gotta kick them. Gotta take the names. There we go. He didn't even know I had a chance here. Alright, I didn't have a chance to stun him enough to... There we go. Yeah, let's do 2 for 2. Wow. And see, hey, we got another friend in here. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, guys, when you have the opportunity to upgrade your weapon stats, you gotta do that. Because as you can see, for a beginner though, this dungeon would be a heck of a lot harder. Just because... Alright, there we go. Alright, let me see here. F. This would be a heck of a lot harder if I did not have learned how to play this game. Like, I recommend doing the research. I will have links below to some really good beginner videos too that I found that were very helpful. Alright, let's see. I like how big the bomb is. This is like like it's nothing. It's ridiculous. Here we go. Alright. And the bombs are very helpful to clear out this dungeon. It's just amazing. Okay. Alright, we got a lot. Okay, we got a 2-on-2. Alright, let's go on this side first. I feel like a ninja. So cool. There we go. Alright. Oh! That was epic. That was pretty sweet, not even gonna lie. Alright, I'm taking this fool out. There we go. Woo! He's very slick. He got some good defense, though. Boom. Did you see how fast I slayed? Because last time I checked, I slayed. So let's look at... Okay, I got some new pieces here. Man, these are all like different soul shields here. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so these are all new. Okay. Let's bind that one. Alright. That's the third piece. Okay. Alright. Well, look at that. Okay, let's see what this is. This is a critical soul shield. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we'll do that. We have a full shield here. This is pretty epic, guys. Alright, let me see. Are there anything that I can use? Alright, let's see here. Let's do this as the offering. And we'll also add that as another. Let's see here. Huh. This is stone axe. I won't do that. Maybe I should. Well, this is pretty epic here. Okay, so let's do that. Are there additional ingredients? Let's see what happens. Ho ho! Almost to the point of breaking through, guys. This is insane. Like, breakthrough is gonna happen here. So we need to get that, the stalker axe and poison, the viridian poison, to amplify that. That is awesome. So we're at level 5, and look at our attack power too. I mean, this is incredible. So it's going to be a lot more easier battles at this from this point forward. All right, let's see here. All right, let's go to map here. Oh, okay, so I have to go all the way out. All right, yeah, we'll just run through here. Alrighty. Okay. And then we'll regain here. But yeah, guys, I mean, now, not to be the Debbie Downer, let's talk about the positives, too, of being a gamer of color, too. I like the fact that I can, you know, give a different perspective that's not always of the norm as well, too, to debunk the stereotypes and the misconceptions. And that's always helpful, too, you know? And that's why, like, I always tell people, too, or people of color, too, you really have to know who your friends are, because there are a lot of times, too, that people will hang out with you just because you're a person of color. Or people may be apprehensive because of what they see on TV. And that's why I think it is every person of color's responsibility to really represent themselves for who they are and to help with debunking that. Now, I remember I got into an argument with my friend with this in my undergrad, and he was like, well, I'm not going to be the representative for the African American community. But I was like, dude, whether you like it or not, you are a part of this, you are a representative. So the best thing that you can do is to take the responsibility to be set a good example, you know? And that kind of annoys me too when people say that, is when they say, you know, they don't want to be a representative of their community when you are. It's automatic whether you like it or not, you know? So what I... Look at this person. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. But, you know, that's what I do. I take a personal responsibility to be the best that I can be, you know, and to represent my culture properly by, you know, debunking those stereotypes and not allowing myself to be, you know, marginalized. Now, people will marginalize you regardless, but for me, I know who I am, so nobody can define who I am, you know? So it's important to do that.
Oh, it's
The Black Ram.
couldn't possibly be working together. They've hated each other for years.
Interesting.
Maybe the Black Ram stole the gunpowder from the adders.
That's what they always say.
Honestly, this smells like a trap. The adders.
Yeah, I smell a trap
See if you can
too.
find a copy of it.
I really do smell a trap. Oh, well, well, I'll still repair my weapon just to be safe. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we got... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we got 3 side quests here. Look at this mess. Someone stole her dress. How dare they? Oh, that's horrible. Alright. Okay, and then let's see what's going on with Yu Jipyoung. See what's going on with him. Okay, we gotta take away those darn bears. Haha! The bear necessity. That's not a pun at all. Huh. What did you do now? Oh, see, he's always doing something to jack up something. How are you gonna jack up the food supply? Oh my gosh. And guys, the product that I'm using on my lips right now is amazing. It's called the Soft Lips Double Lip Intense Moisture. And that's how it looks like. This stuff is great. Hey, Flawless! Flawless 1996. What's up? How you doing, man? What's going on? Alright. What? Yeah, this fool. Yeah, yes, we need that weapon. Yes. Get that weapon reinforcement material. And I think we have one more here. Do we? Or did I get all of them? See, I'm a completionist, I swear. I love that channel too on YouTube. It's called A Completionist. This guy like completes it feels like the guy completes like a game a day. Like, it's insane. Alright, let's get rid of these stupid bears. Come here, you little dumb bear. Look at that. Ha ha! In your face. Now I'm being ratchet now. But before, I couldn't even finish these bears. And look at this girl. She's like, I'm just gonna take your cow. Or a guy, too. Because remember, statistics show that, from this one study I was looking at, that men tend to play female characters. So that was probably a dude that was slaying there. Alright, there we go. What do you want? I mean, this is ridiculous. There we go. And since this is a very grindy game, guys, like, you gotta slay everything. So, Flawless, how you doing? What's going on? How's your day been? My day was ridiculous. Like, all I've been doing is trying to figure out, I gotta play Blade and Soul. I gotta play Blade and Soul. Like, I was up to like 3 in the morning trying to figure this out, and I'm so glad that I got this. I felt so miserable. It was horrendous. Okay, so I gotta go around and get the stolen food from these pricks. How you gonna steal food from other people? Like, come on, really? Then you like, yeah, these fools deserve to die for taking food. I mean, the audacity. How dare they take food? Oh, gosh. Obtain rations. There we go. Alright, so let's go over here. I think this person's on the same quest too. But see, the thing I like about this game though is people are not like taking your swag. That's the thing I like. Like, you don't get what I like to call MMO cock blocked, which can be a definitely annoyance. Yeah, like that. Like that. Well, no, they can. Wow, what a dick. What a dick. People, you know, this is why sometimes I hate playing these games that have a lot of people, because like you just can't focus on what you need to do. So now I have to go to a different area because she had to get, or he had to get her stupid stuff. What a these pricks. All right. Alright, so I'm gonna take it. Yeah, now you know how it feels like. How do you like me now, prick? Ugh. Sorry, guys. But I just hate when people are like that. You know what I mean? It's like, how can you be so, like, inconsiderate? Like, I fought the people, and then, you know, you want to take rations. Like, what is wrong with you? Gosh. Alright, so let me rush through here. Okay, where do I need to go? Because I need to come down here. Okay, I know this guy's gonna attack me, so let me get this over with. There we go. And another thing, guys, I'm gonna do too in the future is if I do play with my friends, I'll get permission, of course, and then you can you know, hear how it's like when you're playing this game in party mode too. It's very interesting. So if you would like for me to do that, let me know, and I'll have to, you know, talk to some folks and see if they would be interested in coming on the stream and doing that 2-on-2. See, when you really enhance your weapon, this becomes a lot more easier. Alright. Okay, so we are good to go with that. Okay, what? I was like, where did he come from? I didn't even see him. Hey, we have Connorville's where he's like, no, you don't want me to have friends? You want me to just play this game solo? What's the objection for? I'm curious. I am curious, Connor, this objection you have. Thou hast what objection thy may have. Now I sound like I'm some kind of like horrible LARPer. I was also thinking about doing PvP RPG. Like, I wanted to join a group like that just to see how that would be like. But then there's so many retentive people, like, when it comes to role-playing sometimes. And it's ridiculous. It's, like, absolutely ridiculous. Alright, let's see. Did I finish? Okay, let me see. Okay, so Jay opens up your quest journal here. So I haven't finished this Say No to the Dress. Track quest puts it in priority, so then you know where you have to go here. So I have to go to this Black Adder stronghold here to find out why this prick stole this girl's dress. Like, why would you steal a dress? I mean, you just can't buy your own dress? Oh, this is not a good idea. There we go. Oh, I took that bear out, though. I give myself a pat on the back. I was not expecting that. I did 2 for 2. We're on the road to level 10. So I figured to attack everything that's in my reach. So, I can get that. I'll probably get these two too, but let me get this bear first. And I like how these bears have like just huge donks, like, you know, like their butt is the size of like the tree. Like, it's ridiculous. No. Oh my gosh. Alright. Awesome. Alright, let's keep going here. Alright, so it is a dungeon. Sweet. Hey, Sean. Let's see how Sean looks like. Sean looks mighty fine. Look how fine he looks. Wow. And look, he's got like that kind of cool looking sword there. He's definitely my type. So... Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. Sometimes I am. But yeah, guys, let me know what type of games, like what type of platform you like. I have really been hooked on the, you know, playing on PC. As you guys, oh, why am I attacking Guy for? Oh my gosh, I'm ridiculous. All right, it's going down, guys. It is going down. Here we go.
Also, this is signed by Kusum. She's one of the 2 Dusk Adder leaders. Actually, thanks to your efforts, she is the only leader now.
All right.
Gruesome is all that's keeping the Dust Gatherers together. If we can't get more information, then at least we can stop them. I've seen what you can do. Really,
All right, let's get that. Cool. All right, so this is a really nice dungeon, like one of my personal favorites in this game. Definitely. All right. And one thing about Blade and Soul, guys, you gotta look around. I'm telling you right now, if you don't look around, you're done, son. You gotta look around. Hey, we have Toma_Mason. How's your social life? That's a good question, actually. My social life, I'm doing well, my friend. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. My social life is interesting. Because for those of you who are not aware, I do not drink. And I'm not one of these bougie people, though. I'm not like the type that's like, oh my gosh, you drink alcohol, you're a loser kind of person. I'm not one of those like pretentious hipsters, you know? Okay. Hipsters. But I'm not one of those people to do that, you know? So I don't drink, and that pretty much eliminates like 90% of my social circle where I'm from. Because I swear, it's like everybody drinks, you know, where I'm from, and it just sucks, you know. It's like, for me, I try to live a very, you know, the healthiest lifestyle that I can. And you know, here's the thing: if you're gonna drink alcohol, you know, drink it respectfully. You know, maybe you have like 1-2 drinks or something like that, and everybody has different tolerance. But if you're going like 4 drinks or higher, like, and it's drinks that have very high alcohol content, and you know it's affecting your health, like, I don't respect you. Like, I really don't. I don't like people who get like mad, pardon me there, who get like mad wasted. Like, I don't have time for that, you know. I'm the type of girl that I like having good, clean fun. I like hanging out with people that, you know, respect different, you know, different viewpoints, different opinions. You know, I'm a huge fan of anime too, so for some reason when you like anime and gaming, it just makes you a weirdo by default. And then when you're hanging out in the geek community, sometimes it's like, you know, or you're hanging out with people who are interested in general, because of course, you know, you don't want to generalize like that. It can be really annoying though, because if you don't like the right type of anime or the right type of games, if you're not playing the popular games, then you're not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not appropriate. And that's something that's always kind of frustrating. So, I mean, I have a couple friends, like I have 1 or 2 friends. And we have, Ozmation says, this is the geek community, but not everybody labels it that way though. So, whoa, that was intense. Yes, I got the dress. Heck yeah, let's get that dumpling. You know, but I would say not everybody likes using the geek label though. Because just because you play games, that doesn't mean that you're a geek though. I think for me, geeks are people that really like I would say there's different levels of geekdom, but that doesn't mean that you're not a geek though. So like, there are people that are hardcore geeks. There are the elitist geeks. The elitist geeks are the people that do, like, they know every little meticulous detail. And then sometimes they split off into being a douchebag about it. And then other people are really, really nice about it. Then there are like the casual geeks. These are people that they just enjoy it, or maybe it's a hobby, you know. And then they're like, for me, I consider myself a lifestyle geek, because me being a geek, it's interwoven into who I am. It's not like something I just do separately. Hey, we got 3 friends in here, thank you. It's not something that I just do on the side. You know, I'm not a hipster geek, you know, like some of those people where it's like trendy, you know those trendy hipsters, because there's like real hipsters that really appreciate nostalgia and stuff like that. And then you have these like trendy hipsters, and they just follow the trends, you know what I mean? But yeah, slacker chic is very popular. I noticed that, like, a lot, there's some geeks that don't care about their style, And I'm here to say there is two ways, okay? There's nothing wrong being casual. But like my mom always says, is that the way people treat you is how you present yourself. So if you don't want to, if you don't want people to like treat you like a sloppy geek, then don't be sloppy. For me, what I always try to do is I have my A-B game on, so depending on where I go, like sometimes like I'll be casual, but then other times I step it up, because there's that expectation for me as a geek to be sloppy. So it's just important. It's good. Here's my thing. You can be casual, but please take care of your hygiene. Okay, if you have acne or if you have rosacea or whatever happened, you can find ways to take care of that in a way. It doesn't, here's the thing, if you have lupus and stuff like that, it's not gonna, for some people it clears, other times it doesn't, and for me, of course, I'm not a medical professional, so as a disclaimer, this is just from my experience. Like for me right now, I have I get a lot of breakouts and stuff from like parabens, which are preservatives that are used in a lot of cosmetics. So I find a way around it by using more natural makeup. And yes, I have to pay a little bit more, but it's my presentation. Having the best skin that I can have, having the best mental state, it really makes a difference. So like when people see me, here's the funny thing I get a lot of people who literally say to me, they're like, I don't think you were a geek at all. And I was like, what do you mean by what, like geeks are super, awkward people with inhalers? Like, come on, times have changed, my friends. The chic, stylish geek is here. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I do like gamer guys, but here's my problem with some of y'all. You know me, I'm gonna keep it real. Is that sometimes y'all focus so much on the game that you forget that you have a relationship. And here's the thing, guys. If you really want a relationship, you gotta put time into it. And then also, don't date a person that doesn't understand your gaming. Okay? I'm so tired of guys just going out with girls because they're hot and stuff, and then the girl treats them like real bad, right? And I'm like, well, did you check to see if she had some geek cred? Like, did you see that? Like, did you look that? Yeah, I've someday I may write a book. Like, I want to write like 2 books. Like, I want to write a book in regards to, having what I like to call KIS, keep it simple style. It's style that's sophisticated, but it's affordable, and it's just something that's manageable. Because that's the problem. A lot of men, they always feel like when women go up to them and say, hey, you may want to like switch it up a little bit. It's not like, it's not every woman trying to, change who you are. It's just they want you to be their best. Because look, we got to wax stuff. We got to pluck stuff. We got we got to do a lot of stuff to be smooth or nice or whatever we have to do. And every culture is different according to standards of beauty. But we all have to do something to keep our A game up, right? So it's like, for me, if I'm with a guy and he's a gamer, he better have A game too. Like, I'm not the type to accept sloppiness all the time, because I know that there's a time to be casual and then there's a time for me to step up my game. And that's the thing. Like, guys love that when a woman steps up their game, right? When that girl looks, quote unquote, you guys say hot or flawless or whatever, and it's just annoying to me, when I see a girl who has A game, right? And then the man doesn't care. And it's like, I will not be with a guy who does not care to look right, as well sometimes, like, it's important. Because like when you're out in the street, I like it when I'm with a guy and then other girls feel super salty, like they wish they could have that but they can't. Like, I love that. Hey, Anthony Max, what's up, fam? How you doing, man? All right, where the heck is this secret room? All right, let me see. I think sometimes I overanalyze here. Yeah, it's right here. Look at this mess. Do you see this mess? I can't even. This is that was the craziest entrance to a room ever. But I like that music though. Can you hear the action and stuff, guys? Like, let me know, because I'm kind of been playing around with my volume settings.
Cricket, take me to the healing circle. I can't.
Oh boy.
I can't move. You can pick me up using grab. Hey,
Well, you don't look well. Well, no, obviously not. Okay, so we gotta pick up brother. And, oh, okay. There we go. Alright, so let's pick him up. And then we'll move him to the healing circle. Oh, no!
Okay, I feel better.
There we go. Let's see what that was about.
But actually,
Oh, yeah. There was a dumpling in his throat. Well, that's what you get for eating so crazy. Like, you gotta drink water while you're having a dumpling. Like, what is wrong with people? I swear. It's crazy. You guys tell some crazy stories up in chat. I swear. Hey, everybody got something that floats the boat. So, if you found out that she's into that and you don't like that, don't be with it. Like, you know, just like how guys say, like, how they hate it when girls waste their time, women have that same thing. Like, look, if you really want to be with a grown woman, we don't have time for immaturity. Like, some of us maybe want to go out with, you know, the hipster Justin Bieber type. I don't have time for that. Like, I like a man, a guy who is intelligent, smells good, has it together, you know, and somebody that respects me. Because I get a lot of guys who disrespect me, and it's like, I don't have time for that. Like, if you come at me and you disrespect me, I'm like, done, you know? So, that's usually how it goes here. Alright, let's see what's going on here.
Give me a good whack on the back, would you? With your axe, of course. Try and grab
You...
power slam.
A whack on the back. I can't even. Okay, this is how men disrespect me. Okay, first thing you do, some of you, not all, because we don't want to generalize here, because there are decent men out there. The first thing that some of them do is that they'll go after my friend. You know, like, why? Okay, so the position that I'm always in for some weird reason is, I'm like the big fat friend. You know, I'm that girl that guys go to get to the hot girl, you know, and that happens to me a lot. Oh! Gosh, that. I'm sorry. I have to have a moment. Oh, y'all are some freaks in here. But then again, that's the other thing. I attract really, like, guys that are super freaky or have, like, weird fetishes or something. I'm not surprised. Birds of a feather. Yeah, this show is like Oprah meets Dr. Phil sometimes. I swear, some of the stuff you guys put in here is ridiculous. Oh. Yay! I have a new friend! Let me see who followed me, because I always like to acknowledge people who follow me. Osmation, thank you for following me, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so let's... I can't... Yay! Someone else followed me. Let's see who else followed me here. Alright, Toma _ Manson. Thank you for following. I appreciate it, my friend. Alright, let's get back to this shenanigans here of me having to drop this fool for some dumplings. Like, I mean, look at those. I mean, come on. Put some concealer under that.
Oh, that?
Oh, pretending to be sick. That's messed up.
This whole... Okay, anyway...
Alright, done with that mess.
Take care.
That was ridiculous. I had to throw a child to get a dumpling out of the system. That is absurd. Alright, so let's go back. No, kawaii! Super cute. Super, super cute. I would love a cat like that. That would be sweet. No, I don't condone smoking. I think smoking is horrible for you. You know, I've lost a lot of people from cigarettes and smoking in general, so I am very anti-smoking. So if you do smoke, I mean, it's up to you, you know. I'm not going to tell people what they can and cannot do, but I would just advise that, you know, consider quitting. It's good for your health. You know, if you want to have children, please think about your children when you make decisions in your life as well. No, I do not, and I don't support it. I just think drugs... nothing ever good comes out of drugs, you know? I mean, for me, you know, I've lost so many people to that and stupidity, you know? So I mean, if that's you, fine, but I don't support it. I do not support drug use. I do not support smoking. Because nothing good comes out of it. Nothing good comes out of it. You know, you're messing up, you just, you know, look a hot mess. That's just me. No, Toma, I don't do, you know, vaping, that type of stuff. No. I feel, you know, it's just not good for your health. That's just me. You know, people may say I have a extreme opinion on it. But yeah, it's just because I've seen what it's done to people, and I was like, no thank you. But you know, people are going to do what they're going to do with their lives. And that's why I always tell people, if someone ever comes to you for advice and then they keep doing the bad behavior, you know, it's on them. You know, they have to make the change for them to improve their life. So, you know,
This is good.
you can't, sometimes you can't force people. It's sad. Alright, let's see here. Yay! Hooray! Level 10! Yes! 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 I got new abilities, man. So excited. We are on the road to level 20 now. That's gonna be... Yeah, I don't care. See, here, this is my thing. I love having viewers. I love that. But, like, if people leave because of my opinion, that's on them. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be something that I'm not. So, if they leave, you leave. That's your own prerogative. So, I mean, I appreciate the support of you coming in, but I'm not going to sit here and be something that I'm not. So, you know. I mean, views are nice, but I'm not going to be one of these view nerd people where it's like I care... You know, if 10 people are in here, if 3 people are in here, I'm happy. You know, when people support what I do, I'm happy. So, Anthony Mass asked, did you send in an error report? Yeah, so I did explain this earlier. For those of you that are in here, this is what happened with this, with the NCSoft, like when I contacted NCSoft. So I got like 3 different answers. Yeah, from yesterday's game, correct. So I was playing yesterday, guys, and the client just crashed. And then, of course, people were, like, laughing, you know. Of course, they're just like, haha, LOL, like, and I was, like, pissed. Because, like, this is my game right now. Like, I'm gonna be playing this, like, every day. Maybe I'll take some breaks in between, because I still have some games to review for you guys coming up. I have Swordsman, and I also have another game that's on Steam that actually is in Chinese only, so that I wanted to do something different like that, so that's interesting. What else? I have like, I've started playing Mass Effect 1, I got Mass Effect 2, I will be getting Mass Effect 3 to play through that, and I also got I want to get Ghost in the Shell, the Ghost in the Shell Assault Online. I'm starting to get a little into FPS, a little bit, but it has to be something that really is good. That's something when it comes to that category. I don't play a lot of shooters. I like Time Crisis, and I also like what's that other one? It's like it has like vampire. I think it's called Vampire. I forgot it, but it's a great shooter too. So I like those games too. Okay, so let's see. What do I have in my battle station? I don't even know. What's your favorite anime, Osmation? Okay, my favorite anime in the whole wide world that I love is Hellsing. I'm a huge fan of Hellsing. Any vampire anime is like my vice. Like, I love it. I also am a huge fan. I know you guys are gonna be like, she's typical girl. But I love Sailor Moon. That was like my gateway. That's what really got me into it. Full Metal Alchemist is good too. I won't knock it. It is very, very good. Now, GPU and CPU. Now for my, let me actually look. I have my, yeah, I have all this information here. I have, for my GPU, I have a AMD, it's like Alphalon 2, I think. Or CPU, pardon me. And then my GPU is the GeoForce, or the NVIDIA GeoForce GTX 280. So that's like a 3-year-old card. So the fact that it can even play this, Toma, you being crazy. You know I don't do drugs. Stop trolling. Stop it. Crazy. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's spin the wheel here. Can I? Okay, there we go. Let's see. Okay, so I got the same dang thing. Okay. Let me try the other wheel on the other side. Let me see if I can, if there's not people using it. Okay, let's see. There we go. Alright. Alright. Got one locked stalker weapon. Let's see what I got, guys. Okay, unsealing charm. Okay, I can't use that yet. Let's see what else here. Yeah, of course I was gonna. Y'all are some trollers. Y'all are, and then because I'm black, then you're gonna bring up Corey in the house. Like, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Nothing that you like, nothing phases me anymore when it comes to trolling. I swear. And funny, and people trying to bring up funny memes. Like, y'all are crazy. All right, let me take a look here. Okay, let's see here. And I could put that in. Put that in. Put that in. Or could I? Oh no. Okay, let me put that in. I think it's gonna break through. Let's see. Hey-oh! Hey-oh! Yeah, of course you were trolling. Common sense. Oh gosh. Okay, so we did break through. So all we need now is this Viridian Poison, which I thought I got. That's this right here. And then the Stalker Axe, which I'll have to get. But, alright, so we gotta get to stage 6 here. So we're just gonna collect items and see how it goes. So we broke through. So this weapon is gonna be strong as heck. Do you see that right now? My gosh, I am so excited. This is why you gotta read these things. Oz. Okay. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so we gotta talk to this gentleman here. Alright, let's see what he has to say here. Yes, I'm next of kin. Oh, that sucks. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, that's sad. Okay, so we got that. Alright, so now we gotta get the leg of... from a corpse. That just sounds fantastic. Okay, so we gotta go to that, define tomb. Gliding! Gliding is so sweet. I love it. So much fun. Oh, what the heck am I doing? Ah! Okay, let's see here. No, I was right. I was right. I was right. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So this is a newer area too, Defiled Tomb. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's keep it going. Okay, I think we're okay. Now we're now there is a sense of direction happening. Okay. Woohoo! Alright, we got a new enemy. This Tomb Reverend here. The heck? Let's see what this is. Alright, let's see what it... Whoa! Now these things want to be confrontational. Whoa! There we go. I like this, that we're cleaning house here. Let's get that leg. Get that corpse leg. Man, that thing just came out of nowhere. Alright. Oh, jeez. I didn't even see that coming. Alright, let's get some combos in here. There we go. Alright, I think... Oh, I did pick it up. Did I? Okay, no, I didn't. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna fight all the enemies here. So that way I can get some more experience. Nothing wrong with that. Alrighty. There we go. Woo! There we go. Wow. Had some good, not as good offense as I thought, though. There we go. Key to the enemies, man, you gotta stun them. That's all you gotta do. Just stun the heck out of them. Alright. I'm just gonna go through all the way. So that way I can get some experience, which is always a good thing. Whoa! I did not see that. This is very intense. Very intense. Yeah, he did hit me with that sneak attack, Anthony. You're right about that. Alright. Alright, let's see if anything possessed is gonna come out of there. Alright, let's get that little spirit bell. The spirit bell helps everything better. There we go. Oh! That was so awesome. Oh, that was epic. Oh my gosh. Yeah, picking up your enemies is pretty sweet, not even gonna lie. That was pretty awesome. Oh, this game is called Blade and Soul. You know what I was playing. Come on now. You guys are smart enough to know. Well, I know some people don't, but know what this game is. But yeah, Blade and Soul is a wuxia type game. It's one of the most anticipated games of 2016. A big oh gosh, these I love how you guys are just trying me today. Y'all are ridiculous. Do I like to roleplay? What do you think? Oh my gosh. Let's take a look here. What the heck is this? I think I'm gonna have to be coming back here later for something. Oh, let me see what's in here. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's see. Let's go back. Let's get the heck out of here. Alright. What? Did I see? Okay, I was about to say. I was like... thought I saw something. Okay, let's see. It's an interesting cave. So we got the corpse leg. I don't know where we're keeping that. I mean, where would you keep this corpse leg? Like, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. All right, here we go. Whoa! Now, if you are in a busier server, which this server should not be, because it seems to me everybody's playing like J1 or G1, pardon me, and I forgot the other one starting with an M, but those are the two most popular. And this one was just added not even too long ago. They also added some more servers for European players because the European players have like dominated Blade and Soul. My gosh. And then they have competitive PvP in Asia too. I mean, those Korean players don't play though. Seriously. No, I don't cosplay just because of what comes sometimes, you know. Like when you're a person of color and you cosplay, all you deal with is harassment. And it's just, you know, I don't have time for that. I would like to, but it's just the expectation for being a cosplayer is you have to be like skinny. Like you have to look like the character because there's so many people that are so absolutist. Shoot. The heck? I got a status or status ailment from that. That's very interesting. Yeah, I get teased all the time for that. It's ridiculous. Come on. Ah! Okay, I'll just have to go all the way around because stupid textures. But yeah, I got teased for that. I know many cosplayers of color too that, you know, so like some have very thick skin. I give them credit, but for me, I'm just tired. Like, I mean, I cosplayed one time as Integra from Hellsing, and because I was not white, you know, people had a problem with it. I was just like, who got time for that?
Wongsome. The Black Ram and the Adders are working together? What are they planning? You seem pretty trustworthy, right? When I get my hands on whose side, I have to start Bungsa before he leaks his info to the spy.
He looks like he just does not care to be here, so. Well, that's cool that you're doing Blade. That's a tough one to do.
Please find him. He's our only, you need to find
like the one I was considering a while back that I was thinking about doing was Lulu from Final Fantasy X. She's like my favorite character in the whole wide world. I love her. Well, I mean, it was pretty much people saying that, you know, I didn't look like her, like that kind of thing. It's ridiculous. Or and that sometimes they don't even say it, they just look, you know? It's like, you know, Integra's white. You know? So it's like, you get tired of it. You get tired of it. Now, if it's like, you know, my boyfriend, like, you know, or my husband, and we go to a convention or something, then I don't mind that, you know? Because then I'm with my man, you know? But when you're on your own, though, and, it's just... it's a struggle. It's like, you know, you gotta stay strong, but then at the same time, it's like you get tired of it. You know? This is why, like, I wanted to do that, like, to do, like, different cosplay, like, to do those type of videos and stuff, but then I don't, because, like, when you're plus size, it's just constant harassment. It's constant harassment. I mean, every con is different, but I I don't like those looks that I get where it's like I don't look correct, you know? Like that irritates me. It really, really does. This is why I don't go to a lot of cons too, because it's just like the ones that I've been to. Ooh, sweet. Let's see, Erythro uniform or the Hung Moon uniform. Oh, Erythro, pardon me. I really like that one. Okay, I'll go for that one when I finish the quest. Yeah, see, everyone says that, but then it's like when I do it, then it's hard, you know? Like, it is. It's really, really hard. It's, you know, I feel like a Debbie Downer a lot because of it, so it's just kind of frustrating. It's like sometimes I just want to feel like a normal woman, you know, without having to have all this extra baggage of ignorance that people like thinking they know who I am, you know, and it's just like, no, you don't know who I am. Like, please do not think that all people of color act this way. And stop stereotyping Asian people, because I swear, I feel for Asian people, man. They get so much unnecessary BS told to them too, especially Asian women. I can't even wrap my head around some of the things that my friends have said that other people have said about them. Blows my mind. You know, like stuff where people make fun of their eye shape and stuff, you know? It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, you know? But here's the thing, like I always tell people too, you know, we can't be that way also towards like white people, because there are a lot of white people that support us and what we do, you know? And it's the same thing. I can say there are very ratchet black people too, you know, that have left nasty comments that have made me sometimes not even want to associate with my community, you know, because they say I'm not like appropriate black person, which is kind of ridiculous, because what is appropriately being black? Like what the heck does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's absurd. Alright, there we go. Okay, where the heck am I supposed to be going here? You know. Well, tell me, that's not it. I think what it is the fact that, like, it should not be your own people that should be the catalyst for your discrimination sometimes. You know, I think it's your own people that should be uplifting you, you know? And like for me, what I get is sometimes the opposite. Like I get black people who hold me down here and they support me. I get people from all over the world who support me, you know, whether they're from, you know, Japan, whatever, you know, and they tell me the same thing, that, you know, their own people are the ones that give them the hardest time. Yes! What the heck? Oh, there we go. Talk to Husan. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, got that piece. Well, thank you very much. Rest in peace, girl. Yeah, Toma, trolling. Not surprised. People do exist in that matter. It's just like sometimes the way I have to look at it is just, it's the perception too. Because sometimes I think I may have the wrong perception, you know. But there are definitely people of color who do support each other. It's just sometimes I feel it depends on your location too, because ratchetry is everywhere. Trust me. Ratchetry is everywhere. Okay, so where... Okay, I'm supposed to be looking for something here. Defeat Necro? Necro. Huh. So, all right, Toma, I'm gonna give you a warning now, cause you're being facetious. So this is what we're doing, because what started happening was people started being ridiculous and disrespectful. So what I'm gonna do now is I have a warning system. I give you 2 warnings. If it continues, then you will be blocked, and that's how it's gonna go. So that's your first warning, Toma. Okay, let me look up the quest here. Alright, so track quest. Okay, so I'm an idiot. Okay, so we're supposed to go to the tomb here. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I understand you're being honest, but you're just kind of being in that way that, you know, people tend to be when it comes to the subject matter, where it's just like, oh, why should people care? And it's like, you know, to me, people should care about that. Community is very important, you know? There are certain things where you just can't always do it, I would say, alone, especially when it comes to support of geekdom. Like, the geek community is a very supportive community, but when it comes to sometimes culturalness, that's where sometimes I feel there's a lot of displacement, and it comes from people saying stuff like that, like, why should we care? Like, why does it matter? And it doesn't matter, because most of the time when people say that, it's because it's not affecting you. So when it's not affecting you, then that's when you don't care. So, you know, that's just how I feel. You know, people should care when it comes to how, you know, how the community is treating them. And I think that's very important. I think it's very important that you should care. Because let me tell you, at the end of the day, community should hold you down. They really should. And when your community is treating you like an outsider, but yet you're still representing the community, that's where a lot of conflict comes in for me. Is this, like kind of reflecting upon it, you know, it being Black History Month, you know, it's like, what is really Black? What is really the Black experience? You know, it shouldn't always be this story of constant struggle or people not caring about people of color's opinion. It should be a story too of positivity, and also, you know, yeah, the challenges and the trials and tribulations are all a part of that. I mean, that's a part of anybody's life, even if you take race out of it. And when I hear people say that they don't care, that really pisses me off sometimes, because we should all care, especially the contributions that we make to our society is very important. It's one person that really makes a difference. You know, what Rosa Parks did, what MLK did, Gandhi, you know, Gloria Steinem, you know, it always takes one person to make a difference. And that's what I mean, Toma. That's what I mean. I think it's important to recognize that. I'm not saying that you have to be, you know, a crusader 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But I think that it is important to, you know, to just have that kind of awareness. So I know many people say they hate Black History Month, but see, for me, like, I used to be that way until I actually kind of started looking into it. I mean, hey, trust me, it pisses me off that we have the shortest month of the year. So that really shows how people care. But at the same time, and see, that's the other thing. So we have Ace Gamer saying, well, it's called social studies. Well, if you really look at social studies, my friend, is it truly diverse? No. It seems to me sometimes when it comes to social studies, it's only one side of the story that's being told. And it's not the whole story. Like, for example, you know, Native American people, their stories are not always being told appropriately. and they are still considered, to be this disenfranchised culture, when there is so much more to Native people. And it's really it's something that I really get pissed off about, because people will say that, well, who cares? Like, why should you care? And it's like, yes, you should care about how other cultural groups are being viewed, because guess what? That could be you. That could be you. And that's something that, I take very seriously, because, everybody, no matter where you are, should feel that they are part of something, They shouldn't feel like they're an outsider. So, it's just ridiculous to me. Let me see what people are saying here. I mean, if you really look at social studies, like, the social studies I had, the social study classes I had did not talk about other cultural, like, perspectives sometimes. Sometimes the perspective would only be like, okay, these people won, and then everybody else was disenfranchised. But what actually happened to the other side? What happened to them? Where are their stories? Because that's how I'll tell you, I can't speak for Native people because I'm not a Native person myself. But, I went to a seminar on that, on like historical trauma of what happened to Native people. It made me cry. It really broke my heart. Because it made me feel like, like their voices haven't been addressed. It's like, it's very frustrating, and I can relate to that. Nobody wants to be treated like a refugee in a place that they want to belong. And I'll tell you right now, that's how some people of color feel. It's not them trying to, say, woe is me, but it's just like, I want my voice to be acknowledged just like everybody else. I should be able to go to a library and look up, the history of people from all over the world, and there's some cultures that are definitely lost. Absolutely. That history had been erased because other people felt that their history was not relevant. But it's just, it's very frustrating. It pisses me off, because no one deserves to feel that way. Like, for me, even though for me I'm an African person, or black, or African American, or whatever terminology you use, I still make it a personal responsibility to learn about other cultures around the world, and to not make myself be ignorant. I take that as, it's so important. And let me tell you, my life has been more enriched because of that. Now, I could sit down and say, well, who cares about other people's opinions? I'm just going to care about, in certain circumstances, yeah, you got to have your own mindset, You don't want to have, like, groupthink and stuff like that. But at the same time, I just don't want to be one of these people where I come off super ignorant and I marginalize other cultural groups. Like, it's not a good thing to do. It's just, and even with middle schools, I mean, every school is going to be different, the way they teach things and the way things are. But I'll tell you this, though. The way that some educational systems are not benefiting children. And it's not benefiting adults either, because, come on, why do you think we have some of these problems? Is because people were taught in a way that doesn't reflect, everybody's experience. Now, I could sit down, like, let's apply, what people were saying earlier. Now, I could sit down and say, okay, I've studied history about Europe. So there's there's positive and negative experiences that happen throughout European history. Now, I'm going to sit down and take all the negative experiences about European people and then just say that, okay, this is how all European people behave. That's like Eurocentrism. That's what that is having this mindset that to say that your culture is the best culture. It's not right to have that mindset. That's just me. People are going to believe what they're going to believe, and that's fine. But I still think it's wrong to do that. Like, I would be in the wrong to say that, or to say like, oh, this is how all Asian people behave, or this is how all Latino people behave because of what I saw on TV. Like, I think there is a personal responsibility to educate yourself. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna get off the soapbox. Let's keep playing this game here. Because I could talk about that all day long. It just really pisses me off. I hate when people say they don't care. It's like, you should care. It's so important. Okay, I think I'm gonna pick that one. Ooh, yeah! I like that outfit. Okay, let me go try that on. Like a typical girl, right? Let me try that on. Oh! Yes! Yeah, it's true though. Like, have you seen a history book in a middle school, for example, that is about African history, or here's the last time I saw a book like this. This was because for you guys who know, I'm in grad school, right? And I saw a book called The New Immigrants. It was an encyclopedia that features immigrants that have come to America and their experiences. I was like, what? I saw my own people in there. There was pictures. Guys, you have no idea how much joy that brought. I saw people from Japan. I saw Greek Americans. I saw Lithuanians, Serbians. I saw people from all over the world. And like, if I decide to have children, that's the type of literature I want them to read. It's one thing to allow the educational system to do what they're supposed to do, which is important. But sometimes these instructors are not giving the information to your children, or even to us as adults, the way that they should. And I think that's why it's important to also translate that in the home. So if you are a person that has children, or even if you don't have children, please take the responsibility of learning what's outside of the world that you're in. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's important. And I understand not everybody, college is not your thing, but I still feel that you should be educating yourself. If you don't want to go to school, fine, go to the library, talk to people, engage yourself. I'm a very qualitative study person, so I like to immerse myself in the experience in order to learn. So when I wanted to learn about what Native people, Native American people have gone through, I went to a workshop on the historical trauma of Native people. When I wanted to learn about how Hmong people are still being discriminated against and treated like absolute trash, which is absurd, I went to a conference about that. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Who's following me? Ace Gamer, thank you. Or Ace Game, pardon me. But yeah, I do that. Because I don't like being that person in the room who's like, you guys know exactly what I mean. Like when you walk in a room and someone's like, oh, look at, like, I'll tell you guys a story before I head off here, because I know I've been playing forever. But it's been so much fun in here. So, I was, this was my first year in my grad program. And I was sitting next to these two girls, okay? Race is insignificant because the principal is still there, okay? So I was sitting next to these two girls. and we went to a Vietnamese like New Year type of celebration. It's kind of like similar to like kind of like a moon festival kind of thing. You know, it was interesting. And before it even started, because we were learning about the food and overall the Vietnamese culture, it's a very interesting culture. Because I think what tends to happen when it comes to Asian culture, people just lump Asian people together and be like, oh, I can't. I hear people say this all the time. Oh, I can't tell the difference. What? This is 2016. Nobody should be saying that. I mean, that's crazy. That's just me. That's just me. I think that's crazy. I mean, I understand generational things, but that's no excuse. It's like, it's insane. So what ended up happening was I was just chilling, and I overheard these girls. They were like, "Oh my gosh, we're the only people in this room that is of our culture." Pretty much saying that, they were surrounded by Asian people. And I looked at these girls. I didn't say anything. I should have said something, but sometimes it's good to just let the words of ignorance marinate than sometimes to really put someone on blast. Because I really wanted to put these girls on blast. I was like, yeah, that's the same thing. Like, oh, I'm not racist towards, because you're in the environment. That's so, I can't. Like, that's insane. It's insane to say something like that. So, and I thought it was so disrespectful, because these Vietnamese, and there were Hmong people there, just people from all over, different parts of Asia, different regions, pardon me, of Asia were there. And when they said that, it rubbed me the wrong way. 'Cause I was like, really? Then deep down inside, as a person of color too, you're like, well, what do they think about me? Like, like, what do they think about me? Like, that's crazy. I was shocked. I was really, really shocked, And yeah, it broke my heart, and it was I think it's the most disrespectful thing. That's like, for example, I went to I think it was like the celebration of the world, and they had like Russia perform like some of their traditional dances. And like the same thing too, you'll hear people literally be like, oh, I didn't think that Russian, or I didn't think that, Europe had a culture. Like, I didn't think white people, because that's the thing I find perplexing. And I always ask my white friends this, because they'll say that. They'll be like, well, I'm white. I don't have a culture. And yeah, no problem, man. I'll be here. And, they'll be like, I'm white, I don't have a culture. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a culture? Everybody has a culture. Everybody does. It's just, you have to take the responsibility to seek it out. And sometimes that can be challenging, though. I won't lie. It can be a little challenging. Alright, this is my favorite part of the game, guys. Oh, it's so juicy. You're so funny, Anthony. Yeah, I enjoyed the Russian folk dances and stuff. That's fun. One of my favorite, if you have a chance, there is this great dance show. Pardon me. It's called River Dance. It's awesome. Oh, really? That's amazing, man. Props to you. But yeah, there's this dance show. I love it. It's called River Dance, and there's a part of it. If you really want the best version I've seen so far, because I've watched over all the versions of River Dance that have been out, because I love Michael Flatley. Great dancer, great performer. And there's this one part in there where they go overseas and then they show like all the different cultures where it is interesting. Like they had like the tap dancing kind of thing, with like the African American guys. And yeah, it's a little stereotypical, but it's different though, which is refreshing. And then there's the excuse me. It's kind of like the river dance is like the dance form of the progression of how the Irish people came in a way. It's interesting. It's like a unique story. So it's like they start off in Ireland and then they work their way because remember, Irish people are heavily. I mean, if you look at the Irish, you look at the Italians, the Greeks, the list goes on and on. When they were immigrants, they were heavily discriminated against, and this is stuff that they're still dealing with today. So, you know, they have like a girl who does like this cool flamingo dance. Like, it's called River Dance. Please check it out. There was a new rendition that came out not too long ago. You're so silly, Anthony. There was one that was, what was it called? Oh, River Dance on Ice. I know, that's weird, right? So they have the actual River Dance like tap kind of dancing stage, but then it's brought out, it's elongated into a skate ring. So they have a skater doing the dance while they're, oh, it's so epic. Like, I love it. Like, and the funny thing was, like, it was so funny. I met one of my guy friends and I mentioned River Dance. He's like, oh yeah, that's so cool. And I was like, I heart him for life. Like, if you have not seen River Dance, guys, please go. They have it on DVD. Get that. It's so good. Like, and then they have another one called Lord of the Dance, which is with the same guy, Michael Flatley. And his last, pardon me, you can tell how obsessed I am with Irish dancing. Or just like traditional ethnic dancing overall. I love it. And so then they did what's the other one too that they did? There's so many. No, Celtic Fighter. That was the last one that Michael Flatley, I think he did before he retired. But I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. So you should check it out. And if you have watched Riverdance, leave those comments below. Let me know. Yeah, Lord of the Dance is good. It's good. It's, oh man. I don't want to spoil it because it's so good. Oh my gosh. That's the name of his autobiography too. It's called Lord of the Dance. I have to read that too. I'll probably read it for the show. Like to do a review on it. But yeah. Okay. So, alright, let me check here. This is the longest I've ever streamed. Like 3 hours? My gosh. And then I upload these to YouTube and I don't care about, like, people are like, you shouldn't upload a 4-hour video. I was like, you're probably the fool that sat down and watched all of it because it was good. It was real juicy. No! Okay. I'm like getting so into this game. Like I said, guys, that's why I love Blade and Soul. I could play this all dang day. Woo! It's really good. I totally Ric Flaired right there. Like, woo! I love Ric Flair is like one of my favorite wrestlers, man. I haven't watched wrestling in forever. Like, I have not. The last time I watched was when Stephanie McMahon came back. I think they're still back. They're kind of trying to do that, like, you know, Alliance Hemley thing from back in the day. But it just doesn't have the same flavor like it used to. Yeah, but so I'll tell you, like, some of my favorite wrestlers. I love Chyna. I love Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, guys, you need to look up some of his videos. Insane. That, like, luchador wrestling is insane. Yeah, I have a picture actually of Scott Hall in my office. I'm like obsessed with him. He was like my dream guy, I swear. Back in the day, right? Oh, NWO, yeah, I was a huge fan. Huge fan. See, NWO, now, like, they're trying to bring that back in, like, TNA. I'm not sure if that's still going on. It's not NWO. They called it Immortal. But it felt like it felt like it. You know what I mean? Like, it really did. Okay, so I'm supposed to do something else. What the heck am I? Oh, I gotta put stuff in his food. This is like one of my favorite parts of the game. Because he's just absurd. Okay, come here, fool. Whoa, he has good defense, yo. He pick, like, can I pick him up? No. Yes! Eat it, darling. Eat it. Look at my outfit. Let me get a little bit closer. Do you see this? Oh, look at those jiggle physics. That was worth it. But look, that's how my character looks like. You know, I had to give her some curves. But let me tell you how many people complain about about her and her skin tone and her hips are too big. You know, this is like what I aspire to look like. I think I would be okay. I'm gonna work on it. Gonna work on it. Alright. Back to the game at hand. Alright, let's get this convoy soldier. But yeah, I like, you know, I play as long as, you know, you guys are enjoying it, you know, or until my hand gets cramped up. Nothing wrong being old. Here's the funny thing. I actually like older guys. I do. I do. I really do. Because you guys get it. This is not to say like young guys don't understand, like guys in my age group, but like the mature guys get it. Like, you know, they don't have time for tomfoolery. That's why I appreciate, you know, older guys. They really appreciate it. You know, like they understand. Like they're not judging my body like guys in my age group do. Because I swear, they'd be super hardcore on me. Okay, so, well, I can't get them out, so, come on. Alright, let's go mess up his food. Da 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 ha 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 ha. Okay, there we go. There's me being immature. Alright, so we gotta hide behind here. Cutscene!
Get it together, slacker.
Can you hear the cutscenes, Anthony, or no? I'm just wondering.
Man, starving.
Oh, that looks tasty.
The boys are good for something.
Mm-hmm. You gonna learn today. Look at this. I mean, no table manners. No, I don't have table manners when I eat. I eat like I look nasty. Okay, you can hear it? Okay, good. Oh, look at that. Na 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 na. Look at this fool. He looks weak by default. Well, he has a bun, so, you know, hashtag Prince complex. Ow! No, way. Oh, gosh. Craziest stream ever. Okay, let's see what he's got to say. My butt has no feeling, I swear. Insane. His voice is annoying as heck. Okay, let's skip through all this. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Do we still have to talk to this fool? Okay. Alright. Alright, so let's search his body for the key. I'm surprised we're not waking him up. Oh! Oh, Anthony. That's horrible. That's horrible. Oh, poor Bill Cosby, man. I love the Cosby Show, man. I think every person grew up on that show. It was such a, you know, such a, I would say empowering show. You know, to see a woman like Claire Huxtable, you know, to see both of them as, you know, having higher education, that was so refreshing. Because remember, prior to that, most shows that did have a multicultural cast, like, nobody was smart, you know. I mean, there was a show, like, in the early 80s with Robin Givens. It was called Head of Class. You guys need to watch that. It's a classic. It's really good. It's about these kids that are in like an honor roll type program, which is cool. It was a good show. I'm not sure if it ran too long, but because you know anything with people of color progressing, they gotta cut that down. I mean, they're very, like, now things are better, okay? Way better. But if you look at shows from, like, the 80s and 90s, there was just a little bit more progression there, you know, than where it is now. I mean, yeah, shout-outs, you know, Viola Davis with How to Get Away with Murder is really well done. Scandal, it's alright. There's another show. I'm forgetting now. I gotta get back into it. I just finished watching The Bodyguard a while back. That was juicy. That was a really good show. Or movie, pardon me. And I'm a huge fan of Kevin Costner, so I love him. His acting is always good. But one thing I noticed is like Kevin Costner is like the heartthrob for like black women. Oh yeah, everywhere, right? No. Yeah, Blackish is good too. I was really surprised that show even got picked up for another season. So it's showing there's progression, but we still got a long way to go though. I mean, we got shows like Fresh Off the Boat, which are okay, but like it's kind of one of those shows where it's right on the cusp of like, you're like, is it a stereotype? Is it not? Is it a, you know, little half and half? All right, he had some good face though. Hello. Okay, so. Because, like, that's what I would do. I would have a show like that, too. Okay, you want me to free the others? Are you opening this up? Like, what's up? Okay. Alright, thanks. Let's get the heck out of here. Alright, people are starting to come to fight. Alright, let's clear house here. Because you know these guys are going to be weak as heck. Yeah! Owning it! Huzzah! Okay, such a fool. Alright, there we go. Get those experience. We're gonna hit level 11. I can't wait. Alright, Moke done. Let's get the heck out of here. Alright, they're coming in droves. Coming in droves. We gotta take them out. See, this is where the game gets really interesting, guys. Like, once you get to, like, level 10, you start picking up. This is where it gets really fun and really juicy, and that's why I really like Blade and Soul. It's just one of those good, you know. It's not just a hack and slash. I mean, it's an action, you know, combat. I mean, the combat is redonkulous in this game. You know, I mean, you can really see. You know, we're not playing. We gotta get the heck out of here. Let's do this. Now, this is a really extremely long part of the game, so I may not finish all this jazz. I may have to come back and finish it too. Alright, go to bed, my friend. Thank you for coming. Anthony Max is my homeboy, I swear. Really nice guy. He holds it down. Thank you for watching, man. I will see you on the flip side. Okay. Oh, gosh, ridiculous. Alright, there we go. Alright. Sweet. Alright. Alright, guys. So I have one more article to share with you. This is coming once again from Polygon. And it's called Black Developers Speak Out on Stereotypes in Gaming. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just wanted to highlight some key points. So it says, Maine noted that while in the industry has seen improvements in the last decade in its distribution of demographics, the percentage of black developers has increased a measly 0.5%. Okay, and remember, this came out in March of last year, okay? So, from 2 to 2.5% of all developers. And this comes from the IGA. So I think that's really... really interesting. And another thing here is Matthew said that one of the sources of stereotypes in gaming comes early in the process, stemming from the very concept of a target audience. Developers attempt to pinpoint who will be playing their game, and in doing so turn to stereotypes even unknowingly. Those stereotypes tie into the publisher's decision of what games get picked up and what should be put into games, Matthew said. So I agree with that. Like, I think a lot of times, sometimes when it comes to having a multicultural cast or like diversity in gaming, it's always like, oh, we don't want to affect our target audience. Well, I'm sorry, but it's good to have some inclusion. You know, if the story calls for everybody to be the same cultural group, fine. I understand that. That's part of the lore. I get it. But then you have to have a counterpart to that as well. You know, this is why I like Blade and Soul. Because look, my character is a woman of color here. And she looks fabulous. Like, she looks great. Okay. And I like the fact that I can have a character look like this in this game. You know? Versus some games where it's like you can only be one shade, or you can, you know, if there are shades of color, it's very extreme. It's like either you're super dark or super light. And I like the fact that there is versatility when it comes to that. And I think that it's important to have that type of diversity. It really is to me. I think it's very, very vital to be able to have that. La, la, la. Taking it out, taking them out. All right, taking them out. Okay. I think this is gonna be it for me, guys. I'm pretty much done. It's been 3 hours of awesomeness, but let's get into some food for thought. This is where I just wrap it up, let you guys know. So today we're talking about a lot of good stuff, stereotyping, and you know, the importance of caring about other cultures, you know. And when I think about Black History Month, that's what I think about. It's not just Black History Month. It goes beyond that. It goes to our stories. It goes to our experiences. It goes to how we work with other cultural groups. And like I said before, I always have this conflict inside of me where it's like, you know, are my friends being friends with me because they accept me for who I am? Or are they friends with me because they need to have a minority friend? You know? And that's something that it's hard to decipher. But at the end of the day, you know, don't be colorblind. You know, be aware of cultural differences. There are cultural differences. And whether people want to acknowledge it or not, there has to be acknowledgement that people of color are part of this society. It's important to have that. You know, just like how I acknowledge, you know, European history, I acknowledge white people, I acknowledge, you know, all different cultures, because they are a part of our history. And in this case, they are a part of American history. So we need to stop erasing history, you know, by not talking about it, and we need to include it. Because by including it, we are acknowledging these different cultural groups, number one, and then number two, it's showing that we're comfortable with each other. There's still a lot of people that need a lot of growing up to do, and I will continue to talk about that because it's important to do that. And I will always be someone that, you know, like when it comes to black, you know, it's always like it's black and white, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it shouldn't be like that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, okay, you know, like someone was talking about that, like, you know, white people, you know, that kind of thing, giving us a hard time, that kind of stuff. And that's not the solution. Not all white people are bad, just like how not all black people are bad. You can apply that to any cultural group. The key is really having these type of conversations, being open and honest about it, and then from there you can start to debunk ignorance. But there will always be people who feel a certain kind of way, and you can't force them to change their mind. You know, if they don't like black people, they're not gonna like black people. If they don't like white people, they're not gonna like, you know, or if they don't like whatever, you know, that's on them. What all you can do is you can put, you know, move on, you know, surround yourself around people who accept who you are. But at the same time, when you do have that counter opinion, sometimes it's good to have those conversations why people feel that way. And sometimes those people can change. And change takes time, guys. Change is something that doesn't happen overnight. You know, it's something that takes time. So guys, I really appreciate you guys being here. You can follow me on Twitter, of course, SINTV Now. This is probably one of the most controversial streams that I have ever done. but it was something that I really wanted to address because it's something that no one's really talking about. You know, people of color are not we're not just a demographic. We are people. We are a part of this society, and it is important to acknowledge that. And that's what I will always do on this show. You can also check out my YouTube channel, which is at youtube.com/user/SINTV now. So guys, like I always say, remember to get smart and stay informed. And my friends, I'm getting the heck out of here because I've been playing Blade and Soul for way too doggone long. No. All right, guys, take it easy.